Haha! Here we are again. Welcome in, everybody, to the Bowenthius channel. We are gathered here today to celebrate, but not the fact that I have affiliate anniversary today. Today is exactly the day that marks 1 year since I became a Twitch affiliate. Welcome in. Thank you for getting your dailies, Killshot. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by on this, a momentous occasion. Not because I've managed to dedicate a year of my life trying to go down the big purple pipeline, but a celebration of the realization that I don't need to do that, and I don't need to tie my value towards whether or not I'm a successful streamer. I chart my own course now, and it took me an entire year to realize that. Congratulations on my year. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that I have all of you to share it with. Hello, Skull, as well. Congrats on getting first. The hydration. It is here, and it is beautiful. I shall actually hydrate now. Yar! 'Tis a beautiful, beautiful occasion for us all. Be well and be merry, me hearties. To a beautiful toast for yet another year of streaming. Skull! Wait, Skull! I keep mistaking which hand is which. Skull! Yeah, I've got a lot of beautiful things to be saying for today. But yes, today is officially the 1 year anniversary since I became Twitch affiliate. And I set out for myself at the beginning of last month to devise a set of plans to usher in a new era of Bowenthius, an era where I stop being affiliated. And let's find out where we are in that plan. I have no idea what I'm doing with my voice. There's something weird gargling in the back of my throat. It's a weird new nation sensation. Anyway. There we go. It did the key binds this time. Right, so this is our plan. Where are we within a span of a month of me announcing this plan? Actually, hold on. I want to be checking when exactly I posted on the blue skies of my beautiful affiliate anniversary to-do list announcement thingamabooble. When did I do that? When was that beautiful day where I unlocked my booty chest and sailed the 7 seas on my own without needing to be validated by affiliate benefits? Or at least wanted to initiate a chain of events. Right, a month ago, July 1st. July 1st. So now it is August 12th. So a little over a month. A month and a half, give or take. Right. So, in the month and a half ever since that announcement and today, what have we done? Open YouTube chat. Done. Multi-stream commands. Done. Yes, it is actually done. We have every single command that works on Twitch works on the other place as well. And in addition to the fact that whenever I run words on stream, you can play the game on the other places through the beautiful voice of SkelegenBot. But don't tell nobody it works that way. It technically, under the technical guidelines of Twitch 2OS, I do not believe I'm breaking any simulcasting laws. But I've since learned that they basically have a clause that says that just because they have those terms doesn't mean that they have to enforce them 100%. So, as long as I don't bother them and start gallivanting about that I'm a big old rule breaker, they should be leaving me alone. So, shh. Don't be telling nobody nothing. This is our own special time where we can be together doing whatever it is we're doing. Without Big Brother's eye being made aware of our shenaniganry. But on the technical level, I do not think I'm breaking any laws. I'm well within the sailing guidelines. Something happening today. Something special, something beautiful. Right, so let's go down the list continuously to go down the list. There we go, I did a proper check mark that time. Right. Something row me bully boys row. Right, anyway. Stream loot cards. Alright. Did I? Hold on a second. I forgot. Okay. Never mind. Right. Stream loot cards, done. Stream loot subscription, done. Free bone currency, also done. Ko-Fi membership. That's the thing that I managed to do yesterday, so... in addition to being able to support yours truly, Captain Bowenthius, on the beautiful sailing seas of the stream loots, you can also support me on Ko-Fi, where the benefit is... they take even less of a percentage cut. I believe if they take anything at all, it's only 5% to the maximum, only 5%. And everything else goes to me, if you support me through that means. And you basically get Patreon-esque membership tiers, where you got access to behind-the-scenes dashboard of me giving you pictures of what I'm doing. Like my 2.0 model that is currently in the works. You can see that right now if you go to ko-fi.com/Bowenthius. Is it? Hold on. Does this even work? Yes, it does. There it is. We've got the Ko-Fi stream bot. It's ko-fi.com/Bowenthius. And it has a referral link even, for reasons unknown. But yes, that is also completely set up. You've got 2 membership tiers. One at, if I recall correctly, $2.99 and $6.99. I wrote it at $6.99 because nice. So you've got those 2 tiers. The basic tier gives you access to my behind-the-scenes progress reports, and you get to support me, and the tier 2 gives you the same thing, in addition to also having your name in my credits, and whenever I begin and end streams on the start screen. Those of you who are diligent may have seen the top right. So that's all set up and done. So, Ko-Fi membership, also done. Event splash screen integration. That one basically means that everything is integrated now, so whenever you do a card, or whenever you do a Ko-Fi donation, it will appear upon the dashboards and the screens. So, if people support me, my UI is going to be bombarded by notifications and things and so on and so forth. So... that is a thing that you can do now, so that's fully configured. Make Discord notifications only. So, this was done, and I've managed to keep all the notifications, so if you go to my Discord, it is... it gives you the ability to see my schedule, to get pinged whenever I go live. But I didn't make it only notifications because over the course of this month, I reconsidered what my priorities are, and I thought that it was a bit too much going into the nuking territories of completely killing the entire Discord. So what I did is a middle ground, where every single channel that didn't have any messages in it was nuked, so basically lost nothing, and every other channel that I subjectively deemed bloat was archived, and is only available to moderators and above. And the only channels that are left are the general channels, so you can yap if you want to. No specifics or rules on that regard. And the shitposting channel for memes. I believe those are the 2 absolute necessities. So that's all that my Discord is now. It used to be froth with hundreds upon, well, not hundreds, but tens of channels for hobbies that I've never even indulged in, but I thought that would be necessary to placate the holy masses of people that would show up because I started streaming. That was my grand imagination on the whole scenario and how I thought that things would go. But the reality of how things went... hello, Houdini! Welcome in! Thank you for stopping by. It is I, Bone! The Bone! So... I thought it would be flooded and full and I couldn't be able to accommodate all the people, so I made 50 million channels to compensate for an imaginary problem. So a year later, all of those channels are now either archived or gone, and the only things left are general and notifications. So essentially, I did what I wanted to do, so now I no longer have to take mental damage whenever my Discord becomes a bottomless abyss of nothingness and no messages and things are sent out, and I no longer have to feel bad about that because there's only 2 channels where you can talk in. And yeah, I just came to terms with the fact that I'm not a super... life of the party social butterfly type person. I am a lurker. I literally live in a fathomless chasm. What do you expect of a person like that? I live in a cave, essentially, in the ground, 50,000 meters below sea level. At least that's as far as I've gone down. in the fathomless chasm. I think it actually goes even lower, but I dare not venture beyond that point. I also am a ponderer. Glad to be in proper company then. So yes, that's done. So the only thing left to do is this. And the good news on this front, are you ready for the 13th of August, aka the doomsday for YouTube? And yes, I am Clippy. Welcome in, Oizaza. I learned about the Clippy lore in recent internet goings-on, but I haven't yet watched the source material video, so I really need to watch that and see why everybody's putting a Clippy avatar. Something about how Clippy used to actually be a really good standard, but because we didn't care for it, we found it annoying. Again, I haven't seen the video, so I only know surface level on why everybody's putting the Clippy avatar, but because corporations have gotten very greedy and are constantly harvesting your data and are trying to find new ways to harvest your data, like putting a microphone to constantly record new human interactions so they can feed them back into the AI algorithm, and so on and so forth. I actually went into my dungeons one day and opened a door, somehow ended up in your castle. Oh! That's fascinating. Huh. Honestly, that does make some sense, because the 95% of my castle is uncharted territory. So, eventually it might all be interconnected. I haven't really explored it fully, so that is... It both makes sense, and I am surprised. Like, small world. Small world. I have since been unable to find that door. That's okay. I mean, I don't know if it actually shifts. It's just that it's really hard to tell whenever the fathomless chasm shifts, because it's just gray rock in the same, and it all looks the same, so it's kind of hard to tell if it actually shifts. But I can definitely tell you that where I live is an anomalous entity. Not classified, but still anomalous. And Clippy don't want to steal your data or privacy. Chippy want to help users. That is true. That is ultimately what he was founded upon. All those, it's, I think, 2 decades at this point since Clippy was created. Probably more. But honestly, no, I have made no plans to really do anything on August 13th. I shall see what happens, and I will, what's the word? Accommodate accordingly. I'd have to check in what privacy-conscious individual Iron Mouse has to say about this whole thing, and I'll basically do what they do. If you have a huge influx of starving peasants, they might have escaped my dungeon, just execute them on sight. I mean, the thing is that if they somehow leave the confines of your domain and enter mine, they will basically be falling for eternity, so I don't even have to kill them. They've essentially signed their own death warrants. They're just gonna fall. I'm imagining a door, and you open it, and it's just the bottomless abyss. And if you take the wrong step, you just fall. That would be very inconvenient for the trout population. You have sung such praise for this game, I am excited to see it walking in with fresh eyes. Excellent, excellent. Image, it did completely nothing and AI became broken, yes. Yes, that is unfortunately the state of reality, but I still somehow have hope. But anyway, to get a space issue, I just eat them into your castle. I mean, yeah, essentially, I've never managed to reach the bottom of my domain. I have no idea if it's a portal that just teleports you somewhere, if it's like a loop, like a portal loop somehow, or if it just goes on forever, or if it goes into a different dimension. These are things that scientists need to find out, and I have so far hired none, because I am the scientist. So anyway, an affiliate from Twitch. So I've gotten news the whole payout thing has been updated, and I should be getting it this week, which means the minute I get it is the minute I hand in my letter of resignation. So hopefully this week, and my ideal outcome is that by next week I will be unaffiliated officially, because I've done everything in preparation. So hopefully I am ready to take on the task of divesting myself of all of the benefits of Twitch affiliation. So hopefully that will happen. If not, I will keep y'all updated on problems, because there's always problems unaccounted for, but ultimately, I think we're done. This is finished. We have succeeded. Now I just need to send that email. Well, I need to receive the payment that has been said is due. Leave by writing an email. And then just continue on my merry streaming life. So I'm very excited for that. Anyway, because this is sort of a anniversary and an occasion for special things. Let's see, a year ago, I've only been streaming for a year. It feels like longer, honestly, but anyway, I added this beautiful thing, which was essentially a roadmap for what I intend to do with my existence as a streamer. Already done a ritual, aka dark magic, to make anyone who tried TP Sense of Freedom, they will never go to sleep, because it is lurking at night. I like your attitude. But anyway, let's check where we are here. Right, model a ram skull, done. Rigging and using his VTuber avatar, done. Medieval armor cloud body with the same PSS aesthetic. Hey, look, don't look at that. Look at, This. I'm trying to point with my index finger. This is a armor-clad body in the same PSX aesthetic. Good enough. It's done. Combine both. This technically still uses the original ram skull, I just changed it up a bit, so yes. Create that, redeem... Well, technically I didn't do this, I did this in other forms. I didn't specifically add googly eyes, jaw drop, angry eyebrows, but I did add the glasses and the pirate hat, and those count for something, so I guess I'm gonna put this as blue, maybe? I did it, but not in the exact way I wrote. Yeah, see, these count as chat redeems and assets. So yes, I'm gonna count that as a probably. Fill in any remaining Twitch asset gaps. Yep, I did that. A task so nice, I did it multiple times even. Tier subscriber badges. Those will be going away soon, but technically I did do them. Emotes. I didn't do them. I commissioned somebody better than me at drawing to do them. Haha, it's done. Ooh. It is done. Figure out commission rates. Technically I did do this because I do have a VGen where I do have commission rates. Yeah, I have googly eyes. Howdy, I got recommended to stream for watching Rimworld. Yes, we will get to the Rimworld soon. I just need to go over this really quick. We will have Rimworld soon, my friend. Do not worry. But also welcome in and thank you for stopping by. We will get there soon. Commission rates done. Itch.io, I did make a VGen. I didn't host future models on it, so let's do that as a maybe as well. Low poly pixelated models, didn't do that. Didn't do that. VTuber editions, technically did that. To an extent. Acid packs, haven't done that yet. Pump out, free pay, nope, haven't done that. Expand, not only did I not expand streaming hours, I actually regressed my streaming hours, so definitely no. Main hustle status, technically it is, but that isn't by design. Collabs with other VTubers, done that. Turn streaming and most successful talents into a full-time job. Definitely didn't do that. Are you doing a modded Rimworld run? Modded! And I will go over every single mod that I have in painstaking detail and why I picked the mod. I have over at least 50 mods, I think. We can count them together. Convention presence. Ooh, that's a no. Subject here is to change. Right. Okay, so this is the plan that I had for 5 years, and in those 5 years I've managed to do a bunch of them, and a bunch of things that I haven't done. But in the fullness of time, all shall be done. So I'm very glad with my progress here. Right. That's that. Because I have people waiting in the wings on Rimworld, and I'm very excited for the Rimworld. That's enough for the Bowenthius update. If you want more updates, you can ask me on Blue Sky, Discord, and so on and so forth. Right. Video game. Let's do the video game thing. There's the video game. It's beautiful, isn't it? But before we do that, I need to... desktop capture, right? Because that's the desktop being captured, and I don't want to do that. I want to have the game be captured. Where's the game? Rimworld.exe, there it is. Please appear. Please? It's... oh, right. I need to maximize the thing first. Still not appearing. Love it. Huh. Oh, that. We've oh, there we go. There it is. There it is. Beautiful.
Also, cool VTuber model. For me, it looks like a fantasy post-apocalyptic aesthetic where humanity, dwarves, and elves turned the fantasy world into Fallout, so you use dark magic to stay alive. I am extremely impressed that you managed to infer all of that from my model. That is actually very close to the setting that I come from. Essentially, I come from a setting where magic is very much real and old practices, but modernity gave way to electricity and people forgot the old ways. But I am here to... well, I used to be here to be able to maintain the old ways and basically be a historian for the old magics that have been lost to the annals of time. But a bunch of other lore events happened, and that's why I look like this. But definitely dark magic is involved. A lot of dark magic to the point that I don't even understand said dark magic. I don't even know what's keeping me alive or animated. All I know is that it was a very cursed ritual. But anyway, thank you very much. I very much enjoy that description. Right, so, Rimworld. First order of business is I actually play this game. I have, full disclosure, I have 1,700 hours in this game. I love this game to death. It's my most played modern title. And by modern, I mean this thing came out in 2013. Alright. Rimworld music, because I haven't listened to the soundtrack in so long, it's gonna be a treat. Let's get the other music out the way. If only I could ask about if only I could ask about this from Dark Magician. Yes. I haven't spoken to Dark Magician in so long. Dark Magician Girl, on the other hand, though. Delightful time. Alright. It seems like my face tracking detects that I have very beady eyes, like I'm constantly squinting, so it's constantly making me do weird things which I don't like. But that's okay. Anyway, this is actually better than what I had before. Half of these problems aren't even problems, and I'm just gonna close this and pretend it doesn't exist and ignore it. So, Rimworld, beautiful colony simulator that allows you to do a plethora of war crimes, including, horrifying prisoner settings, cannibalism, chair people. Before 1.6 in Odyssey, I was doing a Fallout modded Rimworld. Now most Fallout mods made by Ranger Rick are stuck in 1.5 forever. Oh, that's unfortunate. Lots of unfortunate things occurred in the modding scene on the cusp of 1.6's arrival. Like a prolific modder passed away. And a lot of things are still stuck in 1.5 limbo, as I learn now, some permanently, which is very unfortunate, and my heart goes out if it was functional to the entire Rimworld community. But, beautiful, beautiful Rimworld. Very, very, very strong modding scene. In fact, I think the strongest modding scene I've ever seen in a game, to the point where some of the biggest modders literally founded, I don't know if they actually founded their own company, but they have a Patreon and a team that they use. I'm, of course, referring to the Vanilla Expanded series, or Vanilla Extended series, that has so many mods under the name of, I don't think I've actually ever said his name out loud, Oscar Potoki, I think, is how you pronounce that. Feel free to correct me on the pronunciation there. But anyway, so prolific and so beautiful is the modding scene that you can completely change the game based on what kind of mods you have. And what better way to segue from that into my mod list than to open up my mod list. Right. So, I am absolutely terrified of this game with regards to stability, so if I could avoid restarting it, or it crashing, or closing it and opening it again, I will do so. So if you have any mod suggestions or anything in the like, we will do that post-stream, and I will do any configurations after the fact. So, right. Beautiful mod list for this beautiful game that I very much enjoy. I don't even know what I like about this. It's just I'm a theater of the mind type of person, and this game leaves a lot to the imagination, which I absolutely love. And it's just something, once you learn the basics of this game and understand the flow and how it works, it is a bit of a high ceiling in that regard, where you really have to have a lot of knowledge, but once you learn how to ride that bike, the bike remains available to you for the rest of your life, and you just build upon those experiences from there. I had so many lovely times, like my most recent playthrough. After a skirmish, one of the leader of my colony suffered heavy brain damage, and I had to scramble to figure out how to resolve it. I basically went on a mini quest. I first had to research into horrifying drugs to see if they could cure her brain disease. And by brain disease, I mean 75% of her brain was missing, and I had to regenerate lost tissues to keep her to restore her to being a properly functioning colonist again. I love Rimworld. Rimworld is the best colony sim game out there. Both vanilla, DLC, and mods make the game replayable. It was fun doing a Viking cannibal women-only cult. Ah, yes, I also did a women-only run once. It was with androids. I had android women run. It was great. It's a beautiful, beautiful game. But yes, it is a story. I even had, back before I started my career as a streamer, I had some videos that are now privatized due to other reasons, where I made stories that were heavily inspired by my experiences in Rimworld. And it's just, it is a story-driven individual's fantasy to have a game like this. The graphics aren't great, but hey, it works. It works, and it's one of the most overwhelmingly positive and community-maintained and upheld games to this day. And, of course, Odyssey came out the other day, so it's not like the developers are sitting on their laurels. This is, for over a decade, a heavily supported and loved game. And it is my absolute pleasure on this, my affiliate anniversary, where I want to unaffiliate, to share it with all of you. So, mod list. Right, starting with Harmony. Harmony is a library that is used by many mods. I don't know what it does. Hello, odd bloke, welcome in. You're just in time to listen to me ramble about every single mod that I have on my Rimworld game. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome in. So, I have no idea what it does, but it makes other mods work, so it's there. Harmony. Can't live without it. Also, recently, apparently, a bunch of popular community-supported games were targeted by troll DMCA strikes, so I'm glad to see that those got removed. Also, the Asian mods are just anime girls with OP guns. The Ratkin is a perfect example. Not only that, apparently they can raid you via underground, like the Hive, but in a dig ship. That is... I didn't know about that. I never used the Ratkin. I've heard of the Ratkin. But yeah, I have a lot of Asian mods, let's say. They like, as soon as that facet of the world and that part of the hemisphere, I suppose, or hemisphere found out about Rimworld and its potential, it's like a renaissance. So many high-profile mods, because when you get the work ethic of some Asian countries and combine that with the love of modding, it's just mwah, chef's kiss. And so many beautiful mods, which we will get into. What type of 9F mods do you mean? Yes. I have no NSFW mods, to have a completely unrelated tangent, because this game is already marked for mature on Twitch, so... yeah, don't want to kick that hornet's nest any further with actual nipples. But anyway, core, royalty. Just have that because it's one of the... Was royalty the first? I think royalty was the first official expansion pack for this game, so that's just there. I messed up, not 9F, I meant crap, I'm drunk to type. That's okay. Hopefully you're taking care. Don't want to have any accidents happen, but I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, but remember, moderation. Anyway, royalty. Shattered Empire, they are obnoxious. I did a Empire run once, that was cool. Western Rimworld mods, grounded and expanded vanilla, and Asian Rimworld mods, sexy anime girls with op weapons. That is true, there are so many sexy anime girl mods and so many lingerie mods. I actually had Cinders of Evergarden installed, but then I found out that had, like, Princess Leia outfits And I decided, you know what, let's skip that one, shall we? And that's basically a race of natural tentacle women with anime ears. It's weird. I tried to keep it... I'm very much in the Western mindset where I like to have things be something that you'd see in the game. And I have a lot of outliers as well, but we'll get into those. Right, royalty. They can be obnoxious when you're not doing a royalty run, but, you know, I think they're worthwhile. Ideology. Absolute necessity. Both in the game and for my specific run that I'm going to be doing, which I will get into later. Basically, religion. Religion is great, because it allows you to have cannibals, and they love being cannibals. It's great. You can completely change the way the game works, where normal things like ate without a table and ate the rotting corpse of a fallen colonist no longer cause your colonists to go into a mental breakdown. Instead, they love eating their own. They love turning into horrible cultists that slaughter for fun and enslave people. We're not doing that, but that's just some of the possibilities in ideology. Biotech. Another 100% necessity. Controlling mechanoids. Absolute chef's kiss, which is a part of my strategy, which I'll be doing. And, of course, having babies, which I won't be doing. But it's nice to have the option. At least I won't be actively going for the family build. I'll be going for the clones build, which we'll get into in a bit. Anomaly. This is a thing that I actually want to do, because I think Anomaly is the most lukewarm response they've ever given to an official expansion pack by the community, and it took me a while to like it as well. I prefer Western mods to keep it Rimworld, like the Frontier mod, which adds cool military gear, guns, and soon they'll be adding factions that use those armors. That would be great. I feel like I have a few factions missing, so I would love extra factions. That sounds right up my alley. But anyway... Anomaly. It's essentially the SCP DLC, and for those of you who have been here for a while, I literally do SCP readings of SCP articles on Fridays, so this is right up my alley nowadays. It used to not be, because I felt like it was going against the Rimworld vibes, because it was trying to introduce horror elements, and Rimworld is the horrors of war crimes in reality, not the horrors of a spooky ghost or monster jumping at you. So it felt like a total clash. But now, if you do a Anomaly-centric run, that's perfectly fine, because you're literally looking out for those kinds of things. So it's perfect. And I've never reached the Anomaly ending, so we're doing Anomaly. I've played 1,500 hours of this game, but there's so many things that I haven't done, like the Odyssey ending, the Anomaly ending. Technically speaking, the Ideology ending as well, because that felt like the big... what's the word? A hassle, that's the word. Anyway, I want to do an Anomaly-centric run, and the way I'll be doing that is we will get to the rest of the mods. So, Hugs Library, same as Harmony, but less popular, I guess. Doesn't matter too much. Adaptive Storage Network. I love boxes. I love putting things in boxes. This game used to be a nightmare with regards to storage, where you had giant open rooms with things on the floor before they introduced shelves. Now they have shelves and boxes. I love my boxes. Anomaly DLC reminds me of Lobotomy Corporation. Lobotomy Corporation is basically SCP, but you use the anomalies to generate energy for the cities. I recommend the game if you love pain and a good story. Thank you. I will write that down. I have a notepad right here for when people recommend me things. What is it? Lobotomy Corporation, right. That is the only time you will hear me be quiet. Because I can't talk when I'm writing things down. Or at least I don't like to. Anyway. Yeah, Adaptive Storage Network. I like boxes. I like putting things in boxes. That's what this is. Expanded Framework. Like Harmony. But it's for the vanilla expanded things. Most mods don't work without this thing. Lots of functionalities and such. Empire Expansion. It's just Empire but better. Gunplay. Cool effects on the guns. Who wouldn't like that? Yayo's Combat. Essentially does a bit of a tweaky-deaky with the base combat. I don't use Combat Extended, which is one of the most prolific and memed and popular mods of Rimworld, because it completely changes the way combat works with a completely different system. The way base Rimworld works is like XCOM, where you have certain percentage chances to hit things that are based on your stats and so on. So, from, again, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but if you have a 95% chance to hit a target, you still have that 5% chance for miss, which Rimworld loves to do. So I can definitely see the appeal of Combat Extended. I myself tried it in my early stages when I had a measly 200 hours in the game. But the problem with Combat Extended is when a new thing comes out, it takes 50 million years for it to be updated, and as such, it's still stuck on 1.5 from what I recall. And a lot of mods don't work with it because, like I said, it completely changes the way the guns work. From the XCOM formula to, I think, literal projectiles. I don't know, but it's very different from how the base game works, so... that's why it takes them a while to update, and why every single question on every single mod is it compatible with Combat Extended, to the point where it became a meme. So instead of doing that, we're doing Yayo's Combat, which is basically just a fork of the original way the combat works, but with some added benefits and cool animations, some of which I've disabled. Also, bullets, which I don't know if I want to have bullet count, because that's just a bunch of unnecessary fluff to me. If gun is gun, then gun shoot, and that's it. I don't want to count my bullets and all that. So, right, so here we are. Here's the part where the core of my build is. This module adds ultra-tech technology predominantly from Altered Carbon, the popular Netflix show and book series by Richard K. Morgan, into Rimworld. I have no idea what Altered Carbon is. I've never seen it. I should see it, because this mod is amazing. I don't like Combat Expanded, since I'm so basic I wouldn't use it with other types of ammo and just keep using the regular one. Yeah, that's the really cool part about Combat Extended, is that it gives you different ammo types. Like, you can have slug rounds, or not meat bag, but like cloth bag, like cushion rounds, that essentially deal blunt damage to your enemies but don't actually kill them, they just knock them out, so you can do non-lethal takedowns. And it gives you a lot of options, and it expands things a lot, and it gives you the ability to have gun food and make your own bullets and all that, which was a very big plot point in The Walking Dead. But I'm not about that life. I have gun, I shoot gun, that's it. I don't like to count bullets. I like the concept of reloading. Like, if we could have a middle ground where it's like an Overwatch thing, where you have a set amount of bullets in the clip, and when you expend those bullets, you reload, but you have infinite reserve ammo, that would be the ideal mod for me. Sadly, to my knowledge, that doesn't exist. Maybe I can configure Yayo's Combat to do that? I don't know. I haven't tried. I don't mess around with mod options. If it works out of the box, it works out of the box. That's my philosophy. Anyway. Altered Carbon 2. Basically gives me the ability to treat people, or the bodies of people, like expendable assets that can be discarded, exchanged, or cloned by will. Essentially, the way this works is that people's bodies are treated like sleeves, and their consciousness is something that can be swapped out, exchanged, or preserved in the event of death. Like, Portal 2, where they can shove the consciousness of people into balls, and they call them cores, personality cores. That's essentially what it is. And you can have your personality core safely in a computer, tucked away under, 50-meter thick concrete walls, so when your pawns die, you can just clone a new one. I understand ammo types of a survival game or FPS like Fallout or Rust, but in a colony sim? Nah. Just make the guns have infinite ammo, but their stat vary by the quality of the gun. Yeah, and that's how Rimworld works. And that's how Rimworld works. And that is what I like. So that's how I have it. I think you'll enjoy my playthrough of this, because we seem to see eye to eye on many things, even though I don't have eyes, but you get the idea. Right. So yes, that's essentially what this mod does, and that's exactly what I'll have. I will have an not an iconoclast, but basically a colony where it's just two people named Bonnie and Clyde, no relation to the robbers of the 1940s, I think. I have arrived! Happy anniversary! Yay! Thank you, Del Tor, and thank you for stopping by. You just missed my big presentation on what I'm actually celebrating today, and also all the updates regarding all the things that I did and so on and so forth. But you got 69 bones today! Nice! Ah, and hydration shall be done. I just turned off my hands because they were overheating, but for you, I will hydrate all the same. Ah, hands! There they are. I have been yapping a lot, so hydration is good. So, thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a lovely day, Deltor. Gotta be honest, Boeing, watching a stream of you playing Rimworld is the best way to end a birthday, and playing Anomaly, my favorite DLC, is icing on the cake. Ah, happy... Is today your birthday, or is today the aftermath of the party you had for your birthday? Either way, happy birthday. And I'm glad that you're going to be enjoying this, hopefully as much as I am, if not more. Right. So, Altered Carbon. Beautiful mod. I tried using it before, but it felt very complicated, so I abstained. But now that I understand it a bit better, it sounds like a lot of fun. Daily bone total. Oh yeah, you're getting bones for both sides of my simulcasting spectrum. Right. Fortified features framework. This is one of those lovely Asian mods that I talked about that adds a unified and integrated set of commonly used features for Rimworld mods, singular. But yeah, this is basically like Vanilla Expanded, where it's just a framework for other mods. Like this one! Deadman Switch. It's basically Mechanoids Expanded, except all the Mechanoids are really cool, and they add a military-esque aesthetic. I'm going to drink a beverage, cup disappear after one sip. Yes! I consume the cup alongside the liquid as well. But I absolutely love the Deadman Switch because of the aesthetic, because of the graphics, even though I said that the graphics aren't too great. But because I'm used to the default Rimworld graphics, this looks like... It's just so good because it's a grungy military aesthetic that is meant to emulate the Ghost in the Shell cyberpunk of the 1990s aesthetic, where it's all very metal, very militarized, and very edgy. And I love it! So we're gonna have a lot of mechanoids with this, make. Threat of the Archotech war machines, pirates, and Ori bioorganic weapons arise. Nara Industries initiated a project of semi-automated war machines, which aimed at creating a legion of war machines with low technology and maintenance requirements to aid humans in all galaxy to the war against all those threats. Disclaimer, these people are not fluent in English, and if they translate things, they use AI translators, so things might not be as coherent as they should be, but that's okay. I mean, honestly, if they want to hire me to write all of the texts for them, I will be happy to do that. But anyway, I love this mod. You will be seeing a lot of it during my run. Dub's bad hygiene. Where the poop? I like it. I don't know. It's a weird thing, but I like the concept of having bathrooms and knowing that they do their business in a place, and it's a part of well, not recreation, but it adds to the immersion. Where I have to do sewage systems and thirst and all that, so I like it. It's an extra notch on the immersion and aesthetic. HD mods to make the visuals better. Makes the melee cooler because you do animations. It's a bit overpowered. It's kind of a part of my base strategy because it's a bit overpowered. Yeah, I know you can tweak it in the mod settings, but essentially when you go do an execution or a melee animation, all other entities ignore you for the remainder of the animation. They basically have an unwritten code of conduct that states that if it looks cool, let it happen. Cyberpunk in the West, wake up! Wake the fuck up, samurai! We got a city to burn. Cyberpunk in Asia, this city will consume you. You better watch out," said the big booba anime android women. Ah yes, I've seen that movie. I've also seen the original. The cyberpunk aesthetic in Asian cultures is very interesting and very different from the perspective that Western cultures have, and it's very fun to watch that dichotomy. So yes, melee animation. It looks cool. I like cool things. I'm very much a theater of the mind, rule of cool type of person, and my mods emphasize that. I like it when they have hands. They don't have hands in the base game. That looks weird to me. The weapons are just floating there. But because it's a mod, you can't really have all the hands, so a compromise. Better hands, because the default hands are circles. Pawn editor. Another must-have, because there's no way to edit the things, and instead you just have to keep pressing the random button until you're happy. And I'm never happy because I'm a perfectionist and I like to have things be done to the letter and to every possible detail. So I need a pawn editor because it's a skill issue to press random and be content with whatever the randomizer gives you. Alpha memes. This is an expansion to ideology. It adds new things for your ideologies to obsess over. It's great. We'll get into the ideology when I make the oh yeah, by the way, look at where we are on the mod list. We have a lot to go through, so I should probably speed it up. Gundam in the past was wild. It was basically World War II in a futuristic era with mechs, but modern Gundam is basically a sport. Huh. I love the aesthetic of Gundam. I would love to have one of those Gundam models. I have a lot of Bionicle models for similar reasons, but I'd love to have a Gundam as well. But those are very expensive. But I love the aesthetic of Gundam. I should probably watch a Gundam at some point in my life. But yes, that kind of aesthetic is what Dead Man's Switch is like, and I love it. More furniture. More furniture, but architect. More furniture, but power. As in, more generators of different rates and sizes. Nuclear generators as well. Texture variation. That won't really come up that much, but yes, more textures. We love having more. Retextures of the doors. They look better in the weird perspective that Rimworld has. Gun, damn! HD textures for the pawns, because they don't look great in base. More genes, which I won't be using. This is kind of redundant, but I don't want to not keep it. There's a event in the game where beggars show up to ask for money and then leave and then nothing happens. Which is a part of the ideology, because one of the precepts for ideology is, oh, we need to be charitable and we need to give beggars and so on. So that's why they exist, but they're very bland, so this mod fleshes them out a bit. In Rimworld, you add over 500 mods and turn your PC into a nuclear melting reactor. I can already feel the heat. I have multiple fans turned on already. It is... this is what Rimworld is all about. Modding it until it explodes. Funnily enough, this is me holding back on the mods. This list is me holding back. This is me holding back. Because stability is something that one should consider. Better textures. It does a bunch of other stuff, but again, better textures. More textures. More textures. Better cooking. I probably won't be using a lot of this, but you know. Books. This is very important because my colony is basically going to be Brainiac from the DC universe, where knowledge is to be held at the utmost. It is the be-all, end-all. Researching and the scientific method is what my colony is going to be all about. And it's going to treat humans like information that needs to be written down as well. Ideology. More ideology stuff. More plants. More plants, but watermelon. Filth vanishes in the rain. I find it annoying that the rain doesn't clean the dirt. There we go. There's a mod for that. Bad traits can be good. This game has a lot of terrible traits, which make it so that it's never a good idea to get a pawn that likes starting fires as a hobby. That's a really bad trait. So this one makes it a little bit more balanced where you could actually consider the pros and the cons of things rather than it being an infinite negative. Which, considering the fact that I basically have human bodies that will be exchanging personalities like they were trading cards, a bit redundant, but hey. Vanilla Expanded are slowly being added into the main game. Can't wait for Rimworld to add trooper armor, heavy flak armor, and maybe more guns. I would love them to do that, but for some reason they have this thing where they don't add obvious objective quality of life improvements to this game that are found in mods for years, and then when they do, they decided to somehow mess it up. Case in point, replacement. We will get to that. World Builder gives me customization and coloring. A bit bugged out, but still I can take notes essentially, which is great for a storyteller. Fridge. I like that I don't have to build freezers and that I can cool my food with fridges. More beautiful storage. It's not boxes, it's shelves. I like seeing the things in the boxes on the shelves. It's great. So I can look at moods at a glance. This adds a new faction that is a facet of the Dead Man Switch. They basically add tanks and geckos from Metal Gear Solid to mess with me, which is lovely. Fortifications, I love this mod. Again, another Asian Supreme by Aoba, which adds a lot more militaristic facets, and also concrete, because concrete is great, and rebar concrete is extremely overpowered. So I love this mod. It adds a lot of brutalist industrial things that allow me to make even better fortifications. Another facet of that probably won't... Actually, no. If this is correct, then yes, this is also a very good thing. It basically adds more industrial power to colonies, which is great. Deserters. I did a deserter run. It was hell, but I succeeded. These guys basically empire, but they hate it. So essentially the resistance. It adds a new ending to the game, which I did, which I loved. It is a great mod. Custom portraits, self-explanatory. A bit of zoom-in action. Camera plus, again, self-explanatory. The default camera isn't great, so I added a little bit of tweak with camera plus. More boxes! Like, the framework that I mentioned was the framework, and this is the actual boxes. More traits for the colonists. Map preview. Before you settle into the thing, it actually gives you a preview of the map. 10 out of 10. Don't know how I lived my life without this one. Better research. Instead of just researching at a bench for 12 hours, they actually go out and actually do laboratory stuff, like do tests and experiment and build beta, what's it called? Prototypes. And they build prototypes and stuff. It's a really lovely immersive mod. More retextures. More retextures. Oh yeah, aspirations basically adds a new wrinkle where colonists have basically life goals, and if you complete those life goals, they get more personalities and more traits and so on. So that's lovely. Chem fuel. I want to be an oil baron, or at least I want to have the option for it, and put pipes that travel, that make the oil run. So that's great. More ideology, like a horse hat. That's great. More ideology stuff. Persona weapons. Persona weapons are essentially your sword has a mind of its own and it has perks, but it doesn't have a lot of customization. So this does that. And that's great. More traits for the people. I think Tynan Sylvester. I'm going to assume that's a... not autocorrect. But never mind. I think Tynan purposely made the AI of the pawns be very tomfoolery as a way to create unique fun experience, like how a pawn walks near a mech cluster because he was picking up near a near resource. I love how that example is something that happened to me on my previous run. I had a mechanoid cluster sleeping, and they decided that they really needed to go over there and pick up the gun that was just standing there that was gonna rot away. Oh, brother. Yeah, they are pretty stupid by default, and yeah, I think he actually has a design philosophy where stupid colonists, basically modders are optimizing the fun out of the game, and the base game has very stupid colonists that do very stupid things just to have a more interesting story. Ads already, huh? Time flies when reading Rim. I'm not even playing the game. I'm giving you the backstory of the game, based on what mods I have, but yes. Ads do approach, and I will have to do a mandatory commercial break because Twitch needs that ad money. But don't worry, soon I won't have to adhere to Twitch ad breaks, but until that happens, feel free to enjoy words on stream while we take a 3-minute break. We'll be right back. I don't know how to spell his name. Don't worry. I assume that was a spelling error, but that's okay. His name is Tynan Sylvester, the creator of this game. Anyway, BRB! And we're back. I'm confused. Right. Back to beautiful Rimworld. Good job, everybody! We managed to get another perfect, which advanced us 5 beautiful levels. But now, we return to this. I have more mods to yap about. Right. Traits. Yeah, more traits just like this one. So, more traits. This one, more traits. We'll find out what traits are soon. More guns. More guns. More guns! But cool. Make planet smaller. Probably won't be using this because I've just resigned myself to just having the planet be about 30% and just having life happen on an island. More cool outfits and a crowbar. I love crowbars. I love Half-Life. This has a crowbar on it. Therefore, excellent. This one basically makes it so that you can actually see people's hair when they're wearing hats where it would make sense. It is a case-by-case basis and it requires a lot of configuration, but it looks cool, and I'm all about things looking cool. This is about more backstories when you generate your colonists. Again, more flavor text, essentially. Oh yes, more boxes, menus, and so on. Basically a quality of life UI improvement. This adds androids, androids. Essentially, this game has a hyper-intelligent robot race that is hell-bent on murdering all of humanity. In Rimworld, Randy throws random shit. Cassandra, though, she increases the pain vertically. And the last is bipolar. Well, are you referring to Phoebe Chillax? Is that her name? Or Chloe Chillax? I don't remember. But yes, that is an accurate assessment of the storytellers, which we'll get to. So, this is a very complicated mod that basically adds android machines that need to be recharged using electrical chargers and produce waste and... not corruption, but... what's the word? Pollution, and so on and so forth, which is a thing that biotech does. It expanded the robot faction and made them even more scary. Mechanoids are basically animalistic killing machines, but these guys are essentially sapient, sentient, humanoid robots. They're processors. They're just like you and me, except they don't need to sleep, they just recharge. Anyway, very expansive. Probably won't be... I played them in my last colony. They are very tough to maintain. But at least you can revive them because they're machines and they just need to have their spark plugs changed. But they're very difficult to keep around, so I'm gonna do my utmost to not have any of these guys in my colony, so they're basically just there for flavor. Whenever traders show up, they might be robot traders, and that's cool. The way the game works is, randomly, your things will break down. And that's dumb. So this one basically replaces that with a maintenance mechanic, which I think is more fair. Modded storytellers, Western ones are grounded, Eastern ones are anime girls. Pick your storyteller. Ain't that the truth? I've never actually had an anime storyteller. I've had just the Western ones, so... This is an Odyssey expansion. I don't know if I'll actually make it to space, but hey, it's nice to have the option. This is very important because I will need to recycle due to the fact that I will be a very tech-heavy colony. So recycling is important, kids. I'll be able to convert the waste packs into useful things, as you can see. This is another quality of life thing. I hate solar flares. They suck. Just shoot them with a Glock. No more solar flares. Essentially what solar flares are is randomly, whenever you're just playing the game, your electricity cuts out, which... in the base game, you know, that's fine, but you have some things that constantly need to be powered. Like, for example, botany crops that use electricity and so on and so forth. So, solar flares are an annoyance. Get rid of them. Don't like them. The ability to have more soil, which was very useful for one colony, but I don't know how much I'm going to be utilizing it. But hey, again, nice option. So this is the thing that Odyssey wanted to add into the base game, because it's so useful, and they did it wrong. The way this works is your colonists build over the old stuff and replace it with the new stuff, but the way the developers implemented this is that they deconstruct the old one and then replace the new one, which is just an extra step too many. Talking about Rimworld, there are a few Rimworld-like games, but all of them set in medieval. while others feel more like SimCity plus Rimworld. That's true, Rimworld is a very unique experience. I forgot, something about clans was one of the ones that I'm thinking of that I played briefly, that is basically Rimworld, but more medieval. Yeah. Where were we? Right. So yes, replace stuff still a necessary mod. Parka. Parkas look cooler. Look at that trim. It looks cooler. This one time, I created one of these guys, and they had a sentient piece of malevolent metal in it that infected everybody else and started killing everybody after it violently ripped out of its hosts. I have PTSD, which means that this mod will help me alleviate that somewhat. We'll find out when Anomaly hits. This one, kind of bloaty for my purposes, so kind of unnecessary. I should have gotten rid of it, but I don't want to restart the game, so. This one, more shuttles. I had a problem where all of my mechanoids were... My Dead Man Switch army was too dummy thick to be transported, so I needed a bigger shuttle. So this is a bigger shuttle. Also, the introduction of shuttles in Odyssey basically makes vehicles no longer as convenient as they used to be, because caravanning around in this game, like Oregon Trail, is hell. So I needed vehicles to compensate for that, but now shuttles are just an insta-fix. So vehicles kind of no longer necessary, but I still love racking around in my technicals with basically cosplaying as Command & Conquer General's GLA factions. Anyway, more hairstyles. Boobies not included. Different types of worlds. Not gonna be using this one, but it's still nice. No one left behind. Oh yeah, more realistic, because essentially when a raid is over, all the people who are raiding leave. And, well, this one makes it a bit more interesting, because they take their comrades with them, at least. More guns! These ones explode. That's fun. It's horrible friendly fire, but they're fun. More interesting hair. Gradients on the hair. This one I haven't actually seen in action, but it should be another quality of life improvement where they have, colonists have an inventory, and they take things out of said inventory, instead of having to run around like numpties. Boxes, but they're space-themed. Cool animations for the bleeding. Whenever a pawn is shot, they look cooler. Common sense, this one, again, another quality of life thing. Things done smarter. Again, things done smarter. Instead of them building something and getting stuck inside the terrain while building, they do it properly. Ancient mining industry that basically makes the resource management of this game a joke. That's fun. Also very cool. This one, I haven't tested this one, but essentially, whenever you land with a shuttle, sometimes there is a possibility that we'll land on invalid terrain and just delete all of your colonists, which is a bug, which I don't like, so this is a precaution against that. More cool-looking guns, basically skins for the guns. This one changes the xenotypes from weird tropes to regular people with quirks, which, you know, it's cool. Basically expands the super drugs in this game to make them a bit less horrifying and also actually craftable. Cool skin. Wouldn't you like to have your organs in a jar instead of a box? The default texture for these, it's just a box. I find it cool that they'll be in jars. This guy is very important because I'll be using him as my storyteller. He essentially turns the game into a wave-based shooter. So, that's cool. I can't wait to try that out. And instead of the default system where factions raid you on occasion whenever the storytellers feel like you've been gorging yourself on one too many pies, they send people to kill you. This one, the wave system happens where you have a set amount of days before a attack happens and you get rewards. Like a wave-based survival game. Which is really cool for a mod. This basically changes the way the game works, and it's a free thing, which is why you should support your local mod developers. Raising the Bar Redux is a Half-Life 2 modification that sets to recreate the beta. Anyway, Bandolier, you can see it over your armor, which I think that's where bandoliers go. Better capes. Nuclear reactors. Winston Wave must be a relative of Cassandra. Basically, yeah. It's basically a more UI-friendly Cassandra, which I like. This is going to be my power source because I think Rim Atomics is too overpowered. So this is probably just as overpowered, but it's different and new. So we're doing this instead. And it's made by the same guy that made Dead Man Switch. So I'm keen to see how you'd make power using nuclear energy. Better furniture. Look at this. This is beautiful. It's space-based furniture. It looks great. Again, this is the power of Asian modders. It's just so crisp, so beautiful, so just mwah, chef's kiss. Whenever you do research, you make it into a paper that you need to store in your colony. The way it works is once you, in the default game, when you do research, the research is yours. But in this one, if you accidentally burn down your library, oops, your research is gone, which goes into my research-based colony that I'm gonna be doing. Book traders. I like books. Again, knowledge is power, and that's what this run is going to be about. Synthoids. More robots to control, basically. More music. I have no idea. I've never listened to this before, but hopefully it will be cool. And I won't get copyright struck. More floors. More mushrooms. That's another thing I failed to mention. I want to make my colony in a mushroom biome. 'Cause mushrooms. This one, again, another quality of life where allies actually do things. Hey look, we've almost reached the end of the mod list 2 hours into the stream. Better UI. Oh yeah, another thing that I don't like about the base game is I don't like having fat colonists. They do not appeal to my sensibilities, visually speaking. So this mod makes it so that it can actually have people work out and change their body type. Dynamic body types, and they exercise, which adds more recreation, which is great, so I can basically make a gym. I love nuclear power until someone drop pods from Pigskins, Waster, or Yidikins crash into it and set off a large mushroom cloud. Oh, that reminds me of another horrifying event I had, where while I was being a resistance against the Empire, they were constantly shelling me and bombarding me, and they kept shelling my storage, which had even more explosives. So essentially I managed to do the mushroom cloud without involving nuclear energy. It was horrible and I saved scummed a lot. But yes, I'm gonna have a gym. And that's great. I haven't played with this before, so this will be really interesting. I'm a narrator and a voice actor as one of my occupations, so the ability to be able to read things will be very handy. And they have interaction bubbles, so there we go. More interaction bubbles. More faction interactions. I don't know if this will bug out the world, but hey, more is better. They have personality types. Which, again, another wrinkle in the game. Better gene graphics. This is if I ever decide to go into gene splicing, which is a thing you can do with the biotech DLC. This just adds more genes. More guns that use anomaly things, and since this is going to be an anomaly run, I want anomaly stuff, like insanity. My colonists can have straitjackets put on, and they might go insane. So this is a good precaution. Again, more asteroids and so on. I'm okay with most body types, but there's a small chance that a male colonist will have a female body. Yeah, that's also well... I mean, depending on your sensibilities, trans people do exist, but yeah, I get the idea. It's not aesthetically pleasing. I remember when my robots were doing that, but then again, machine men with machine minds are more gynoid than anything else. But anyway, better hair textures. More animation, so they stop, drop, and roll when they're on fire, which is very important. I have no idea what this is. Oh, right, this is a quality of life thing where if they change where some furniture is, they don't have to manually put all the contents of said furniture in. Possessions. I don't like the fact that whenever somebody is downed, I have to go search for where their gun went. So this one, they just automatically pick their gun back up when they're safe. It's essentially possessions. They can own items, and that's gonna be really nice. giant battle suits, like basically small Gundams. There's another mod for pirates called War Caskets, which is essentially this, but a different type. Do you remember the amplified mobility platform from... what was that game called? Avatar. Not game. Movie. Avatar the movie. Those giant mech suits that they wore. Those are cool. Let's add them to Rimworld. This is basically that. So those will be very nice, and they'll be huge. Better tattoos. More tattoos. Ion weaponry. Doc, I'm dying. I'm gonna go sleep. Good luck. Basically, yeah. Where they carry somebody to the hospital, and then they decide to go take a nap or go take a shower, instead of treating to the guy's 2 stumps, which are rapidly losing him all of his blood. I have mods to fix that. That's basically what this all boils down to. I have mods to fix it. Right. Ion weaponry is a very special thing, because essentially what it does is it builds up an electric charge in whatever it shoots, which will eventually overflow and explode into an AoE, which gives everybody brain damage. Basically friendly fire the gun, and I can't wait to see if I can actually use those. Be able to make your own genes as opposed to relying on RNG. Better textures for the research benches. Better textures for the mechanoid stuff. Better textures for the bodies. This is the most NSFW I will get on this channel. With regards to Rimworld. I needed to put a disclaimer there immediately. Again, more social interactions for the bubbles. I love the bubbles. Oh yeah, more visual effects for when they miss. I don't know if it works. And then a simple blinking animation for them to blink. You see, catgirls are a necessity to the Rimworld, said the Rimworld community. I mean, sometimes, yeah. Oh yeah, you actually raised an excellent point with increased genes. Where the hell's the gene mod? Where was the gene thingy? I forget. Oh yeah, this one. I technically did add bear ears and cat ears. Probably not going to use them, but yeah, it's nice to have the option of cat girls. But yes, that's my mod list. An excruciating 2 hours worth of detail. I hope you are paying attention, because now we actually get to make the colony. Right, but first things first, I'm gonna disable the dev mode. I will be periodically enabling that to do things, because I like to play Rimworld without being a sweatlord, so this will not be a showcase of skill. This will be a showcase of me liking this game and passion. So if you're looking for competitive Rimworld, this is not the place, or the channel. I don't do competitive. I played Elden Ring and beat the whole thing on stream, and I started screaming halfway through. But it was one of my best games that I completed on the channel. Hopefully this will be the new best. Let's find out. Right, new colony. So, the way this will work is I'm going to be using this one. This is going to be Bonnie and Clyde. You have been an officer in the Colonial Marines for 30 years. But actually hundreds of years. Traveling through countless stars and participating in wars. You end up becoming a living legend with your mobile dragoon. That's what the big mech suits are called, dragoons. You should do a cult where they praise a catgirl goddess and their goal is to make all females into catgirls by using dark magic. End up having tentacles. Oh no, we played with forces beyond our reckoning. We just wanted catgirls. We didn't mean to summon Cthulhu. Actually, before I had this idea for these guys where knowledge is power, my previous idea for a colony was going to be cube worshippers. But then I took one look at the cube aesthetic where everything is gold and gaudy, and I just gave up immediately. I like the concept of the cube, but nah. But still, Anomaly, it will be conquered. Anyway. Comrades who joined in the same period as you were no longer there, died on the battlefield from old age, or chose to stay in those colonial worlds during the colonization again and again. And you! Still driving your old generation dragoons, even if you know that the old will eventually leave and the new will come, you still feel reluctant to leave this mobile dragoon that has been with you for several years. I love how this game is this text is implying that Dragoons are actually really weak and old technology, but they are extremely overpowered. Multiple times, enemies from Dead Man Switch took multiple tries to put down. They are extremely strong. Have you ever played colonies with just a single xenotype, like only dirt moles or high mates? I had an only androids, and I don't know if that qualifies because that's not a default race, and it is an alien race from the Alien expansion mod. But yes, I only played with androids, android females, they were fun. So technically yes, but I've never done... I briefly did a run where it was a custom xenotype where they were extremely strong and horny, and that didn't pan out very well because they got glassed by the Empire. Funny thing, when I was doing the Odyssey New scenario, I kept getting anomaly healers. Let's say they kept making certain pawns gain tentacle limbs, but hey, their missing limbs have regrown. Ah yes. Another beautiful wrinkle of Anomaly. I can't wait to have to deal with those guys. Anyway. Even if you know the old will eventually leave. Everything may become obsolete in the innovations of time and technology, but whatever. How no longer useful they were, they are still solid proof that you have come from the past to the present. The proof that you come from that harsh era. The proof that the past exists. Yes, we are here to document everything, including past, present, and future. Finally, you decide to retire, at least leave a different story for this weapon, not only war and death, but soon the approval report for your application is issued. And good old creep joiners with their amazing powers to transmute is broken. I know, right? Can't wait to encounter those guys. And metal horrors. Your faction will be new arrivals. Start with one Mechanitor and one Veteran. Player starting characters a 50% chance to start with Cryosleep Sickness. Start with Walker Frame, Pioneer Equipment, Automatroid Basis. Look at all these beautiful things. Right. Storyteller! This one. Strive to survive. Like I said, not too much. I think this is basically normal, so... Don't worry, I can regrow your limbs. They can, but what's the cost? Reload anytime. Again, because I'm not a... Commitment mode is fun because you actually get to live with your decisions, and I've tried that, and it is great, but that's not the core value experience that I have with Rimworld. Also bugs. I'm scared of bugs, so reload anytime is good. I will save scum like a maniac, and you will sit there and enjoy it. Right. So, this thing. Anomaly threats. I don't know if this is actually going to work with Winston, but let's dial it up a bit, shall we? And dial this as well to 115. Again, don't know if it's going to work with Winston waves, but hey! Anomaly. Battle hardened, every day you will be attacked by enemy waves increasing in size, but you will be rewarded for each victory. Does that mean... Well, the thing is that whenever I had Winston waves, I tried dev summoning raids, and they kept saying no, so... I don't know how well that's going to play into Anomaly, to be honest with you, but let's find out together. I can always change the storyteller mid-game, which is something that I will probably do. Yeah, this is the different worlds. This would be very cool. Anyway. 30% planet coverage, planet size. Make it smaller, rainfall, temperature, population max, landmarks max, pollution 0 because I'm a madman. Slightly bigger tile. I love commitment, even though I lost over 40, 60-hour runs before I got a hang of the game. See, yeah, that's perfectly valid and fair. And it does have its own... It's like, I forgot what the genre is, but like Last Epoch and Diablo and all those games, they have a community... not limitation, but like a community playstyle, where if you die, you delete your character. And that's essentially what commitment mode is. And I see merit in that. I've done it myself a couple of times, but I'm starting to grow more into the casual space, and as such, casual settings. Anyway, now I shall reveal racism. Don't like the tribes, they clash with my aesthetic. Delete these guys. Right, colonization legacies, traders guild, deserters, mechanoids, okay. Outlander union, cannibal pirates, regular pirates. Yep. There we go, and that's all the factions. I don't got no bowmen and weird Neanderthalic people. It's all about the technology, baby. Any more pirates I can add? Nope. See, this is the thing that I was talking about where I don't really have that many factions, so... Right. This will be the seed! It's a beautiful seed. Lava tiles? Nah, I can walk on it, said the colonists before burning to death. There's so much... I've seen a lot of comments about how lava works. I haven't tried any lava by my own self in this game because that's a new thing they added in Odyssey. Thank you for the hydration kill shot. It shall be done as soon as my hands turn on. My hands turned on. Done. There we go. Beautiful. Thank you. I have hydrated in your name. Right. Oh yes. So, the way the world generates is by a seed, and what better seed than me in all capital letters? So, right. Let's see. Generating world. I love how the release of a new DLC has allowed me to appreciate the previous one. See? Beautiful island. Look at this beautiful island. Right. I want mushrooms. Where's me mushrooms? Is this mushrooms? This is lava. That's not mushrooms. Scarlands. That's not mushrooms. Disgusting Scarlands. See? Look at this preview. This is so good. Before, you just go by the seat of your own pants, but now you actually get to see what you're in for. Scarland. Aha! Glow Forest. There we go. Okay, so this is the color I need. Glow Forest. Geysers spew out massive sulfur clouds that cast the region into permanent darkness. Huge fungal colonies bloom in the dark, fed by the nutrients that the geysers bring to the surface. These areas are alluring and dangerous. Yeah, damn right they are. I felt like it was a bit overpowered for me to be able to grow vegetables year-round in the last run that I did, so I'm gonna actively try to have both winter and summer as seasons this time around. But first I must find my mushrooms. Ah, here we go. Oh, beautiful. Look at this. Beautiful mushroom territory. Problem is it's in the middle... Oh, right, I forgot that I... Let's turn the temperature down a spell, shall we? And see what that does. Do it again. If I remember correctly, there was a xenotype mod made by Vit, the guy who made the organ jars. Made a demon xenotype that is cool looking and immune to fire and have anger issues. Yes, that's exactly the archetype that I was basically trying to emulate. Bellacore is the thing that I named it, but yes, I know exactly the thing that you're talking about. They also have Succubus as a archetype as well. But yes, I love those guys. They basically get to rip out your heart, and they regenerate their blood by absorbing yours through the pores in their skin. They are extremely metal. I forgot what they were called, but it was something with a B. Actually, no, this is gonna torture me now, so I'm gonna go check. Oh, mama. Beliar, that's what they're called. Beliar xenotypes. They are very metal, and I like them for a run. Right, anyway. Where was I? What was I talking about? I forget. There's a mod that has mafia guns. Is it called Rimfather? Something like that. Yes, I have that. We went over it in the painstaking list, but yes. It is a lovely mod which adds beautiful costumes and suits. And Crowbar. I love Crowbar. So Crowbar shall be added. Right, Scarlands. Don't need Scarlands. Where's my fungus bogs? Where's my fungi? There's me fungi. Well, I need temperature reduction. Why, the further down I go, the hotter it gets on this planet. When are they gonna make a fungus planet mod? Bah. Guess I'll need to reduce the temperature even more. Bah. Beautiful Rimfather. Who doesn't love a crowbar? Crowbar is man's best friend. I couldn't agree more. Did I accidentally get rid of all of the glow forests now? I guess glow forests need to be in a hot place. Oopsie doodles. Never had world generation problems before. This isn't a problem. This is more my right. How about we do that? Mushroom. You know what? Let's do it. What happens when I have mushroom as the generation code? Hippity hoopity diddly dee. Can I see Rimfather? Nope. Right. Good. A mushroom place. It's gonna be a very hot boiling mushroom place, but a mushroom place it shall be. Ah, here we go. This is what I need. Beautiful. Perfect. Ish. Ideally, I'd like it to be minus 20 plus 20. Huh. Very weird how things work out this way. I guess this will have to do. Good enough. Ooh, not gonna lie, I love mushrooms. They are delicious, but for some reason in Rimworld, if you don't have the ideology that makes you love mushrooms, they seem default to hate mushrooms. Yes! That's another thing that ideology will fix. Why hate mushroom? Mushroom good. I love mushroom on pizza. This is very important, you see. I'm deciding the fate of all reality. You know what? Good enough. Large sulfurous spouts permanently darken the skies and glow forests, making it hard to grow most crops. Settle here anyway. Yes, I added mushroom mods for that exact purpose. Right, load saved. Because it's gonna take 12 hours to make an ideology, I already did my homework and I already made an ideology. I forgot that I also want to edit the ideology, maybe. Create custom. Alright, load. Load. Right, this is the ideology we're going to be working with. Isolationist, that's the word that I was looking for before. Alright, so the sleeve mod adds it so that you can worship being a personality core that is using humans as nothing more than a change of clothes. So that's what they do. They want their sleeves and they are transhumanists. But they value the knowledge. Reading and passing one's knowledge is the most scholarly mission and should be most enthused over. They are very cultured. They're all about writing books and passing on knowledge of themselves and of the things they study, which is, I think, the perfect faction to discover the mysteries of Anomaly, because what is an anomaly, if not something that is yet to be studied? Forgot the name of this mod, but they add tons of cool armor, guns, factions. Mod is based on a mix of Halo, Warhammer 40k, and Stormtrooper. Forgot the name. That sounds awesome, because I love all three of those things. Hopefully you'll remember what it's called, because that sounds like something I'd be interested in. There's a bounty hunter mod that's inspired by Doom. I don't use that, but I know it exists. So yeah, where's the mushroom? Fungus. Where's the fungus? When I'm blind, I can't see the fungus. Cross-sleeving. Male and female are just two sides of the same coin. Switching between them is nothing bothersome. That's my ideology. Our birth bodies are flawed and often obsolete. Using a sleeve is therefore understandable. I should hope so. There it is, fungus. Fungus goes well with lasagna. See? Why would you hate the fungus? Why would you despise the fungus? fungus preferred. So this is basically everything should be tried, and research and knowledge and so on. The ultimate creed towards researching, defining, and understanding everything, including eldritch beings outside of our current conception. And then this is a bug. Haha, bugs. But hopefully it will be fine. So yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, and the lore behind this ideology is the person who founded the ideology uploaded their consciousness into this hammer. So this is why there's a relic. And that's that. Right. So yeah, trust is a resource in low supplies. Everyone we meet is the enemy. We are the beginning and the end, for we are beyond death. We shall live forever from now on to the death of the universe. Human progress means merging with technology, and that's what this will be about. Right. So, I made colonists, but I think I'm just gonna remake them in my image. Because I don't like this one having Carsarcoma, for example. Then again, pawn editor. Load. You know what, I'm just gonna make them, because I don't trust the pawn editor loading. I trust the pawn editor for making pawns, but I don't trust it for loading them. Oh, look at that. Optimus, teetotaler, very neurotic. You know what? That's actually... I trusted the rolling process, and it worked. So let me rename these. Because I have no relation to Bonnie and Clyde, the actual people in history, who were famous bank robbers. I haven't seen the movie about Bonnie and Clyde. The only thing that I find merit and value in Bonnie and Clyde is... it rolls off the tongue quite well. Found the mod, it's called URMC. Ah, thank you. I will save that as a tab. As soon as I find my 50 million things that I've got open. URMC. Oh, these guys. I think I've seen these. Oh. Neat. I will look at that later. Thank you for your suggestion. Right. So... yeah. I forgot what her name was. Yeah, personalities. Realistic, practical, conventional, unmotivated. Ooh-wee. So many facets. You know what, let's go with Bonita Campbell. Why not? Pawn editor. Because appearance is extremely important. There we go. I have, as you can see, 50 million hairstyles, but honestly I think this one is fine. Honestly works. 10 out of 10 random generation, no notes, to be honest with you. Yeah. Honestly, I'm quite happy with this. Cadet. Due to... wait, what? Oh, I guess that's a problem with the background. Due to her outstanding performance in the Colonial Military Academy, Bonnie was trained as an officer cadet during her childhood. Bonnie achieved the rank of warrant officer upon reaching adulthood. Orbital crane operator. Working on an orbital shipyard, Bonnie maneuvered an orbital crane. Small spaceship designed to move heavy payloads. The job was monotonous, but she loved the tranquility of space. And gazed upon the view between her shifts. Damn, that pawn got some bionics. Probably came from a glitter world. Yes! Yes, she did. Because this one has even more. Pretty abrasive. Oh, there we go. So these are traits. There we go. Right. So this is Clyde. Coming up on the spot with these things. Clyde Mercenary. Hull Breacher Mercenary. Medieval Slave. Clyde grew up pulling carts and digging holes. Oh yeah, I kind of remember a little bit. Can I... Alright, pawn editor. Prison! Privileged child, privileged prodigy. Convent? What the hell is this? The child of an illicit affair, Clyde was brought up by ascetics in a medieval convent. He learned the value of hard work and submission, but was taught that technology is heretical and violence immoral. No. Blessed child? Clyde was born under auspicious circumstances to a midworld. Ah, Glitter World kid, there we go. The son of a genetically engineered perfect mate on a glitter world, Clyde was much more shy, withdrawn, and nervous than his parents. He kept mostly to himself, studying science and medicine and taking up gardening as a hobby. Perfect! What else have we got up in here? Hull Breacher Mercenary. Proficient in orbital mechanics and EVA fighting, Clyde was a highly specialized mercenary. His task was to allow his squad to board a ship breaching the hull. How about nah? Don't even bone crafter, what the hell? Clyde used to wander the forest in the literal looking for wild animal skeletons. After an attentive cleaning process, he would craft trinkets out of the bones or put on display the most impressive skulls. Neat. Dead World Prospector. Each week, Clyde was given a huge amount of data collected by autonomous surveyor drones. They mapped the Dead World in the system that seemed to have promising resources. The goal was to localize the best ore veins to install a permanent mechanized mining operation. Over time, Clyde worked in the corporation. Yada 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 yada. Yep, you know what? Sure. Okay. 50 million points in intellectual. That's just how we like it. Your favorite color is red, because that's... yeah, I guess that's my favorite color, too. We will have so many Bonnie and Clydes, it will be insane. I promise you this. Right, what else? You are 100% certain. Right. So, I need... Congratulations, you now have a hobby in cooking. Maybe not too much of a hobby, but hey, you can cook. It makes sense that you did the hobby as a gardener, so yeah, this makes sense. And because I want you to be my drone man, you were also very passionate about crafting. I love Psycast Expanded. Keep getting the Necromancer to get the Resurrection ability, managed to keep many good pawns. See, the thing is that while I was defecting from the Empire and actively working to kill it, the rewards they gave me became increasingly more and more insane. I basically had a stockpile of over 30 Mechanite Resurrector serums, which, as you well know, is insane. And I just had no use for Resurrection, because at that point I literally assaulted their main base and most of them died, and then I just brought the bodies back, and presto changeo, they were all alive. It's like Dragon Ball Z. We managed to beat the bad guy, but at what cost? Alright, no cost. But yeah, I love Psycast Expanded. It was so overpowered. I basically made a meat blender where I had the guy with the blink tree, and what he would do is he was a mechanator as well, mechanator, and he had a bunch of melee mechs. And we just sat in a circle, and he just teleported everybody in that circle, and they got blended. They died instantly. It was broken, and that's why I don't have Psycast Expanded anymore, because I had my fun with it, and now I want to not have to rely on teleporting people into a blender anymore. Right. Right, Clyde is fixed. I need... You are now a doctor, congratulations. Your ability to be a brainy bunch has been diminished, but then again... You are 54, so you should have a lot of experience in a lot of different fields. Presumably. Good enough. I think we are finally ready to actually play the game. 1 hour and 49 minutes into the stream, everybody. Let's see here. I mean, the haircut doesn't look great at the front, but in the back it's alright. And besides, we'll have many clones, and they need to differentiate themselves with different hairstyles and such, so... Alright, Clyde the Prospector and Bonnie the Pilot. Bonnie and Clyde, no relation. If I click this, will everything explode? No, thank God. Can I change the... No. You know, that's fine. Start! We get to play the game! Can we start the stream already? This is the stream, exactly! The stream is the stream. The map generation process, the longest process of them all. Hopefully I won't get 50 million errors and we'll have to troubleshoot. If that happens, I'll be very sad. Because I've been looking forward to this for about 2 days when I decided that I want to play Rimworld on stream. Because the itch never goes away. Aha! There we go. Look at the beautiful mushroom biome. Already we're going to be mushrooming today.
Thank you for your efforts along the way, sir. Just tell us if you need anything.
Out of respect for you, a legendary pilot, the Colonial Fleet Command allows you to take away this mobile dragoon that has been with you for almost half of your life, and assigns you a decommissioned old base, willing helper from your platoon, as well as a place to be developed in this land. A piece of land completely owned by you. Look outside, the orbital pod is leaving a trail of red. This old base is the beginning of your new life. And of course, your enemies won't pass up this opportunity either. So, my character's motivation in this scenario is that they are, as you know, a very ancient member of a military service branch. And they want to retire, but they're definitely afraid of passing on. So before they die, they want to find the research towards immortality. And as such, can we make one area of free speech? I don't understand that sentence, but free speech, I believe, is available to you. Anyway, the motivation for my characters is that they, well, I mean, one of them is basically just a lackey, but the other, a caddy, if you will. But the other one essentially wants to find a way to preserve both their knowledge and their immortality. And they are essentially here on a mission. And he discovered this beautiful religion that they wholeheartedly believe in now. So they are going to go to the very edge of what this religion has to offer and gain all knowledge. Let's see what the Anomaly will think of that. Right. And of course, immediately we are, instead of actually landing, you know, near the place, let's land on top of it and break the roof immediately. Because we're smart. Right. So... Oh yeah, I forgot to check their personality.
Extremely fragile.
Oh yeah, I forgot to give this guy traits. Oops. Oopsie doodles, I forgot to give this guy traits. Oh well. I'll live with that. He's supposed to be young. He's only 28! He's practically a child! I guess I'll take that as balance for giving him insane stats. Right, okay. So, first order of business is fix the damn roof. The damn roof requires fixation. I have no idea how the music's gonna work out on this game, because I play without music and I just listen to a podcast while I play this, in complete silence. Another thing I don't know the end result of is whether or not I'll be able to continue yapping throughout the entirety of this game, because I mean, this isn't a particularly cerebral game for me, but... Knowledge, I love knowledge, until suddenly an eldritch being appears and wants to take over my body. Don't you hate it when that happens? Anomaly pawns that join your colony. Well, hopefully I won't have any trouble with the colonist conversions of everybody who joins. But then again, the idea here is that we only have these two, and eventually they're going to stop relying on mechanoids, and instead they're going to start relying on clones of themselves. That is the idea anyway, and because my last colony was essentially a brutalist apartment block complex, this one is going to be interconnected, and all of the rooms are going to be... It's like a fungus spreading, but it's made out of metal and steel. Right. So many things that need doing, so many wonderful things. Right, you guys are gonna... This is definitely a decommissioned place, because look at all those rocks in the middle of everywhere. This is critical. And I guess this is going to be the storage bay, so I'm going to have to consider... Oh, all of these are fully powered. I'm glad that they left the gas in. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. I'm going to have to figure out how to start growing mushrooms pretty soon. Oh... Gold and compacted steel. Oh yeah, immediately need to save. Immediately need to save, and not only does saving take 50 hours, but also slows down my everything, because they added a new system in 1.6. Ooh, what's this? Psylocap. In Odyssey. Oh, this is Odyssey. A fungus that gives off hallucinogenic spores. Standing next to them is enough to produce mild hallucinations. Psylocaps can be harvested and ingested to produce vivid sensory experiences that increases the user's mood. Ah, we'll get high on mushrooms. One of the more messed up things I did in Rimworld would be turning a prisoner into a vampire. Sanguophage is what you were looking for. And remove their kegs. Then use them to de-age my colonist through ritual. Since he's immortal, he'll never die of age. Oh yeah, there was, there's a time bender, what's it called? I forgot, there is a term for it. Chronomancer, that's it, Chronomancy. There was a Chronomancer Psycast pack, which allows you to target... Remove their kegs! You are now a vampire, I must remove your balls. But anyway, there was a Psycast expanded set of skills, a very particular set of skills that allowed you to take somebody's age, take your own age and add it to somebody else. So you could effectively be immortal by dumping your age onto somebody else like a debuff. Which I guess is another facet and a way you could expand into my little thing, but I'm going with the sleeve route because I haven't done that before and that sounds cool. So, that actually sounds like a very fun strategy. Basically, I use prisoners for a similar thing where I had them in blood banks where they were constantly being drained of blood, and I had constant blood generation because, like I said, my a run I did a couple of runs ago was a Beliar run, and they are technically vampires because they use hemogen as a resource. They use it to activate their adrenal glands and murder people, but still technically vampires. So I needed blood. I needed lots of blood. And I got it from prisoners. Yay, Rimworld! We need to go into a commercial break again because it's already been an hour. I apologize. I am actively trying to unaffiliate myself. Soon it will happen, I hope. But until then, we'll have to deal with this. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. And we're back. For some reason, every time I switch screens in OBS, it decides that I need to relaunch VLC Media Player for reasons unknown. Hopefully the game screen will come back. Oh, there it is. Right. Yes, unfortunately, after that perfect, we got our asses beat, but that's okay. The wheels of the words on stream turn anew every time. Right. So that's fun. They added hallucinogenic mushrooms immediately. Harvestable, limited lifespan, right. So I am really glad that this game has a pause button because there's 50 million things that I need to do and think about simultaneously. Like, for example, I need to give these guys bathrooms, and then I need to give these guys, not beds, a food supply. And this is the mushroom biome, so that will be a bit of a thing of difficulty and or beauty. But look at this place. Isn't it wonderful? Look at these. Oh, yeah. Bloom shrooms, or boom shrooms. These mushrooms produce volatile chemicals as a defensive measure. They can be harvested for chem fuel. However, this must be done with extreme caution, as the mushrooms can explode if they're destroyed. Glitterworld researchers have used the genetic material from boom shrooms to bioengineer a number of chem fuel-producing animals. I'm really happy that they added a new facet to the Rimworld lore. So, boomalopes are actually fungus people. We don't like that darn knife ears in this house, said the Stoneborns. Ah, yes, more extended factions. Ah, sulfur spout. Naturally occurring break in the ground from which volcanic gases escape. These vents bring nutrients to the surface from deep underground. Collectively, the fumes they spew are enough to block out the sun. So, no solar panels for this boy. The hell is this? Slate. Boulder. Largely sized chunk of rock can be mined into smaller chunks. Oh. Oh, that's a new thing. Cool. That's sick. Mushroom. Willowgill. A tall, spindly, slow-glowing mushroom that with gills that droop like a willow tree. It gives off soft light. Ah. Oh yeah, they added flying birds. They had birds in Rimworld before, but they added flying birds. Anyway, where the hell was my... Aha! Oh yeah! They... Okay, so here's the bit that's a bit immersion ruiny. They decided to add solar panels to this place. I guess we'll have to decommission those. Let's say for lore's sake that they added those before this became a mushroom biome, and these are new recent additions. These are younger than the solar panels themselves. This is why they decommissioned this place, because this is no longer viable for solar energy generation. Rimworld lore is insane. It seems humanity has expanded throughout many galaxies, but many planets were abandoned and new governments are formed, while glitter worlds seem to be gate-kept planets. I mean, glitter worlds are the Rimworld equivalent of, well, what's the word I'm looking for? Gated communities, where all of the rich people get to live and flourish in their glitter worlds, based on probably slave labor, and they'll keep you out because they keep the poors out. They don't even need slave labor, they probably use machines and robots. But yes, Rimworld, I just love the concept that humanity has attained spaceflight and they're expanding the galaxy like the olden Western days, but instead of the edge of the Northern Americas, it is planets, entire planets upon the rim of the edge of the galaxy, and that's just an amazing premise for a game, just to start off. Right. Every decision you make will echo throughout reality, and I have multiple timers, so I guess I'll need to start with thing number 1. I guess this is going to be... What the hell is... Oh, this is a... what's the word? A classroom? That's weird. Lady! Mechanoids, they're gonna be coming out the woodworks. Let's get some structure to this life. And let's haul some bricks. And by bricks I mean stone chunks. Why are there so many stone chunks? I have no idea. I purposefully picked a map that both answers to my sensibilities and also doesn't have any rocks in the middle, because terrain generation is just gonna render this base on top of it, and I don't like that. It breaks my immersion, and my immersion is the most important thing. Man, it feels so weird to be playing this on stream. It's like I'm in the... Like, this is my comfort food, this is my comfort game, this is my comfort space. And I'm sharing it with all of you. And it's really weird, because I'm in... This is the most private I can get, is playing this alone and listening to a podcast. But instead of doing that, I'm streaming it on multiple channels and sources and so on and so forth. So... bear with me while I adjust to this new reality. I don't like the fact that this is open. And I don't have the garage doors. Presumably this would have a garage door. But because I don't have the vehicle mod installed, there is no garage door. It's just a very big open space. Need to figure out what the... I'm just gonna brick it. Rustic wall. Just brick it. Easy. Right, need to make a bathroom and need to make a food source. Those are the two main priorities. Oh, this is the iconic nutrient paste dispenser. I guess we'll use a little bit of nutrient paste for the beginning, because food is a problem in this game, and you run out of it faster than you can anticipate, which is not great. So this will be the... What's this called? A dining room. Awful. Excellent. And there's a flat screen TV that's at 39 health due to reasons. I'm just gonna shove that over there for the time being. Right. Build me a beautiful toilet. I need me a toilet. Give me the toilet. Oh, of course. Ah! And this is why I have millions of floor mods. But then again, I don't even need millions of floor mods. Because they added heavy terrain support in the latest patch. Beautiful music, isn't it? There we go. Right. And we need some funny doors. I'm just gonna get rid of half of these because I do not care for them or need them. Don't need no wooden blackboards neither. Yeehaw! We're gonna be getting on in the rim. Oh yeah, I need to give all these guys manual priorities. Because how do you live life without manual priorities? I do not care for your child. That's a weird thing to take out of context. Right. Wardening things, handling things, constructing things. Yep. Hunting things. Oh yeah. Oh right. I was so used to having bots that did all the hauling for me. I need to get used to hauling on my own some now. It's going to be a problem, I can imagine. Oh boy. This is gonna be an issue and a half, isn't it? There's a mod that extends the amount of priorities, but unfortunately I don't have that. Okay, we'll have to. I love how every third or fourth sentence, there's a mod for it. There is, it's just, this is a very expansive, community-backed and supported game, and it's beautiful to see. Beautiful landing pad. Is this... I don't even know how they did this. Yellow brick. That's interesting. I really hope they shelve all of the research papers, because those are very important. Good. Books. Very important. Mr. Clyde, you will be my resident mech man. Install the mech thing and become a mechanitator, and take control of Lady One. Glorious, powerful Lady One. My god, this takes 12 hours. Ha! And suddenly the FPS goes from... Oh god, the FPS is terrible. The FPS goes from 124 to 20. Oh boy, and he has sicknesses. Oh yeah, mech-link rejection fever and cryosleep sickness. I love it. Oh great, he's not going to be able to hook up because he's constantly vomiting. Already the storyteller is in play. Undignified bedroom, what? One of your people has a royal title that requires specific features. Of course they do. Right. Oh yeah, because they're warrant officers and all that. Oh. Clyde engaged Bonnie in a conversation about sleep quality. They quickly found common ground, making the conversation feel easy and natural. See, that's where the bubbles come in. Bubbles are very good. Yes, of course, everybody's favorite place for the butcher table, at the front door. This guy keeps vomiting. Oh wait, no, he actually managed to do it. Good job. Right, so Lady. What shall we name Lady? I have no clue. Army 902, Hound Charlie. Oh, these are adorable names. Combat 27, Shield Golf. Shield Juliet. Bulk Zulu. Fox Papa. I need to... What's... I need to... What? I forgot the word. Not... I guess pressure. I need to put a little bit of pressure on my creative genes here. Fox Victor. Hound. Just call it Fox. There we go. Easy. Make things easier. It's a good thing that Fox has a mech semi-auto rifle. Also, the problem with Fox is the Fox is going to run out of energy very soon. Do I have that? Oh, I do. Okay, cool. Back from doing laundry. What'd I miss? Not much, really. I've been paused most of this time, trying to figure out where I need to be and go. I just finished naming my one and only mech that I have, which is anime girl-shaped for some reason. MG1 Lady is a mech that makes use of a synthetic mechanical technology. It was originally designed to reduce cognitive bias syndrome caused by long-term cooperation with machines in the military. Much of its anatomical structures is similar to a human's, and its internal body parts can almost directly be transplanted into a human body. Due to its overly human appearance, it is primarily used as a sniper's, observer, or an officer's bodyguard. Ah yes, either 12 kilometers away from the people, or right next to the people. There is no in-between. But yes. These are the only colonists I will accept besides clones. Mechanoids. Oh, Mr. Clyde. Oh yeah, I have permits. Can I pick up a... Oh right, I need to... Because all of these guys have permits, I guess. Nope, never mind. Bandwidth support, don't need that. Logistics supply. 20 survival packs, 8 medicine, and 4 components. That is extremely powerful in the early game, and I cannot see any reason not to pick that up. That is extremely good. One salvager pilot is gonna attack me, pirate, in 4.9 days. Lovely. Yeah, you're gonna be logistics and you're gonna be the good stuff. Call a group of 4 riot control units. Oh my. Construction material drop. 500 silver and 250 steel. Okay. Except this one. And this one. Call a group of 4 workers to assist you for 6 days. These workers can only do general labor tasks. You can control them as though they were your own colonists. You are required to keep them safe. Oh. That's fun. 4 workers. What's the upgrade? 8 workers. I never actually thought about just hiring contractors to do my work for me. I thought I had to do all the work myself manually. So I guess that's not the case. Recruitment agency. Combat equipment drop. Set of tactical armor and emergency gears. I mean, I have 50 million permits, so why not? Worker team. Every cowboy song, game, and media kept reminding me of Rimworld until Odyssey changed it to sci-fi. I have not heard the new soundtrack in Odyssey, which is part of the reason why I'm very excited to see what more there is to be offered soundtrack-wise from this game. But it's going to be interspliced with modded soundtrack, so I have no idea which is going to be which. Urban combat units to aid you in colony defense. Supply cargo mech. Apply for a supply cargo mech that will belong to your side. Huh. Apply for a worker whose life is yours to command from here on out. Christ O'Malley. Huh. Just summon people. Apply for a battle friend mech to belong to your side. Apply for a combatant whose life is yours. Recruitment agency. Mortar bombard. Bandwidth support. Apply for access to bandwidth orbital support. The amount of bandwidth is dependent on the applicant's current title. This support is valid unless death or defection occurs in the applicant. Okay. The thing is that these guys are gonna die. And then they're gonna live again, so... Material drop, worker team. Let's go with supply. This is gonna be useful one time, and then I'm gonna forget it exists, ain't I? You know what? Better than nothing. I remember doing a crazy frontier cowboy industrial fantasy modded run in Rimworld. Let's say there were so many factions that crashed the game, so I kept getting raided by many different factions. I just got finished being raided by the Tarkov gang. Now I have to fight wizards. Oh no, the robots are approaching. I remember having so many factions one time. I got raided by a faction, but because it was random, I got raided by another faction while it was being raided by a faction, and because they hated each other and spawned on the exact same part of the map, they killed each other while I watched with popcorn. That was a beautiful moment. I was so scared about that raid, and then I was preparing, and then I pressed continue, and it just summoned another one, and they murdered each other. It was a great Tuesday. Right. So Clyde, you have permits now, and you are going to use those permits. Aha. Call... worker team, call 4 laborers. Call them now. Oh, here we go. Oh, so that's why we have a landing pod. Here we go. Aha! Hammer, Ortiz, Xavier, and Lion. You are now my workers. I should have read... oh, a shuttle will come for them in 6 days. Okay. Cool. I have them for 6 days. Hello, laborers! Do my bidding for me. For 6 days. And my bidding is... cleaning, hauling. Ooh. Plant cutting. Da-da-da-da-da-da. None of these other things, these disgusting other tasks, I refuse. You don't need to do all of this. Perfect. Bah. Nah. I never even figured out how loud the game was. Audio should be good, I reckon. I hope so, anyway. Right, good enough. Let's save immediately. Good. Good, good, good. It was bizarre but useful how raiders will attack hives as well, so having a hive infestation as a main entrance for raiders helps remove some creepy crawlies and get loot. It's true how lovely synergies occur. Right, so I've got a bunch of problems that need solving. Okay, we have an immediate problem. No. You are not gonna put meals in here, you silly goose. You silly, silly goose. I've never even used... There's an expansion mod for nutrient paste, but I've never even used nutrient paste to its full ability. Bonnie's my pilot. And as such... Exosuit. I thought this was bugged and broken. Turns out... Oh! They even... Oh, that's beautiful. They actually fixed, because this used to come out with weird symbols, but now that it's fully fixed... Hell yeah! Hell yeah, they fixed it, so now I have the full Dragoon mod. What? Oh, that's a helmet. Love you, Mr. Exosuit mod. They gave me a Dragoon to pilot, but where is the Dragoon? Did they just give me a hat? Do I only have a hat for a Dragoon? That they actually leave me Dragoonless, I have no idea. Clyde kicked off a discussion with Hammer on comfort. Their differing views led to a tense exchange. Well, it's a good thing that you won't give a shit about Hammer's opinion, because Hammer isn't staying long. Okay. We immediately have a problem. I will not eat documents, no matter how much you tell me they're nutritious. Uncooked soups, condiments, just raw food, please. Persona mech meat. I refuse to eat Persona mechs, thank you. Hopefully this will... How about human meat? There it is. None of that, please. Thank you. Alright. Immediately need to change the policy. No, I will not be eating a shotgun, thank you. Why did they put no lights in this room? I am at a loss for words. A wooden wall lamp. Interesting. Here we are. Look at how they build, how they skitter-scatter across the lands. Oh yeah, because I have these guys for 6 days, that means that they'll be here in time for the... singular salvager pirate that is going to come and assail me. Hammer engaged Lion in conversation about the community. Both of them enjoyed the exchange, finding common ground. How adorable. They're even waving at each other. Oh, these people are gonna be such good friends. Oh, I didn't even think about the fact that due to the 50 million mods that I have installed, while also streaming this, the FPS is going to tank worse than my experience with Elden Ring. Which is on me, I suppose. So why do they allow me to use... Oh yeah, mining. Mining is important. Them adding the mine vein feature. It's a very good quality of life improvement. Very good. Overwhelmingly positive game on Steam. Passing nod to Clyde. I know these guys are temporary, but I'm gonna miss them already. What? Oh, Penny Hughes! Hominid Academy. Clearly you don't believe in the cognito surety, or surety. How sure are you? Yes. So, I have a mechanoid under my command, and what is she doing? What can she do? Is it fair to assign a gender to something that only looks like a woman but doesn't have an opinion on gender as a whole? Basic tasks. Oh, you can haul. Perfect. Oh, wow, you can do a lot of things. You're like a maid. A full bodysuit maid. Age 0. Cool. I might make more of them. I wonder if you can change their hairstyles. Probably not. I think the hairstyle is a machine. Oh, I get it. Because of the anime, they got little anime ears. Well, makes sense why I named her Fox then. Anyway. Mine for me, mine, I demand. We have a perimeter to cover. We have safety to install. What the hell is this? Distant cousin of the giant Rafflesia. This plant is adapted to thrive in dark locations. Its beauty is tempered by a strong stench of musk and rotten eggs. Oof. Oh, I'm gonna love this. Right, I need to figure out where the hell I need to grow my mushrooms. Mushroom? Deconstruct all of this. Oh yeah, I just reminded myself. Mech-Tex! I need to put a recharger for my fox lady. Where do I put the recharger for my fox lady? Over here, I suppose. Wahoo! Oh. Ooh-wee. Bada bing, bada booey. Right, anyway. Ah, they already built a steel rustic wall that has even lower of a health rating than a regular wall. I understand people not liking to eat insects, but in the East we eat them. In China, they eat beetle larvae. Shea kebab. In Korea, they eat silkworms, and in Japan, they eat fried tempura, cicada. Yes, many cultures. That's why another precinct, I don't know, another notch in my ideology is that they don't care for bug food. Like, they don't mind eating it. Look at that. See, they can already do recreational exercise by lifting boulders. I'm gonna love the exercise mod already. The beautiful journey of Bonnie and Clyde, and Hammer, and Ortis, and Xavier, and Lion. And Fox. Fox has rights too. Why? Because I want her to. Right. Okay, they are slowly making the bathrooms. We need the hygiene. Let's get the primitive well with the water tub. And the loo. The really ugly looking loo. The latrine. Which will be eventually exchanged for better things, hopefully. Just need to figure out what to do with my sewage. Everybody needs to poop. Except Fox. Fox is an anime girl. And anime girls don't poop. That is a famous fun fact for you. I can definitely see why this game has a mature rating. I'm very mature. Why is this still the case? Because I didn't paste them to both of them, I only pasted them to one. Oops! Clyde greeted Xavier in passing. I'm glad that they're all happy. Why are you so happy, Xavier? Low expectations, on duty, recreation fully satisfied, extremely comfortable, ate fine meals, spacious interior. Cool. Right. There is a snake in my house. That's concerning. Oh yeah, I don't need these, so I should disassemble them immediately. Build for me, build! Build with the low FPS. Oh god, the slideshow. The slideshow at 3 times speed. Oh boy. My poor processor is currently being put through the ringer, I can tell you that. Love nutrient paste dispenser, they are the best way to save on food and avoid food poisoning, but it makes me want to make a utilitarian military run. Glory to Arstotska! Arstotska, I mean. That is, to an extent, something that I'm currently doing. Right, critical, I need you to put all those boulders over there. Chunks. Stone chunks, put all the boulders over there. We need all of the boulder placements, please. Alright, and I have a machinery printer. Which means that I can print things. Oh, it can actually make... Oh, that's not... Oh, 15 components. I was going to say, that's not too bad. It is kind of bad. Okay, so I guess I didn't get my Dragoon. I guess my... Bonnie, my pilot, is the greatest pilot for helmets there ever was. So I actually do... I could... You know what? This is the part of the game where I'm gonna cheat. Because technically I was supposed to receive this, but for some reason I didn't. So I'm just gonna spawn one in. I think this one... I think this one is bad. It's a masterwork. Well, I mean, masterwork pirate. Pilot. There we go. Arbeiter. This is the most basic frame. So you know what? I think that's fair. Saving. Build for me my sweet treats that cannot be beat. Oh, there we go. Okay, so they didn't fix it. You see this thing? It just, for some reason, it just gets those. There we go. Powered exosuit. And put the head on it. Beautiful. Look at this machine. Glorious machine. Right, I have a mech suit now. Hell yeah. It's gonna be tested out pretty soon. Probably should have given these guys beds to sleep on as opposed to having them sleep on the floor. Hey, look at that. They're all with their eyes closed. Huh. Couldn't survive and just snoozed off instead. Oh yeah, I forgot. I've been having fun watching them toil around. I forgot that I have a problem. And that problem is I need to give them a food source because they don't have one. Mushroom! Mushroom growing zone. Create a zone where your colonists will try to grow mushrooms. Bear in mind the terrain will still need the fertility required by the mushroom to be sown. Yes. Mushrooms. Talking about military, I'm happy my compulsory military service ended in April this year. Once I got out, I went on a rampage playing Rimworld for 2 months with only 4 to 6 hours of sleep. More power to you! I am one of the fortunate few that didn't have to go through compulsory military service. My forefathers had to, but I was spared that fate. Where do I put the mushrooms? I think the mushrooms will be over here. Beautiful mushrooms. Multiple mushrooms. Which one? Oh yeah, Nutrifungus. Nutrifungus cannot live when exposed to light. Okay. The skies are darkened, so this should be out. I mean, there's literal mushrooms growing everywhere. Mushrooms growing everywhere. So, presumably... Oh yeah, these things. Dying because exposed to light. How are you exposed to light? The darkened... Thick black clouds are blocking out the sky and sun. How are you dying because you're exposed... Oh. You know what? Fair enough. You're exposed to my lights. The hell is this? An enormous purple mushroom. Its size and growing protrusions make this fungus beautiful to look at. It dies when exposed to light. I guess having floodlights around is a bad call, huh? I'm gonna reinstall that and put it over there so my mushrooms don't perish. Delicious mushrooms. They go well on a lot of things, from pizza to soup to Korean barbecue and many more. Yes, indeedy. It's very limiting to deny oneself the delight of mushroom, I think. Lights, camera, action. Should have probably given these guys bunks, but I forgot about that. Yes, plant the shrooms. What kind of shrooms? Nutrient-rich moss that can be used to feed cave animals, but not humans. It can grow on fungal gravel. Requires corpse bile on its tile to grow properly. Time to get a Helixian slug. What if I don't? Cultivated, beautiful red caps, somewhat short lifespan. Recaps are... Recaps. Red caps. They missed the D in there. Are beautiful but need to be replanted often. Zap caps. Stinkers. Mushroom cultivated. Oh yeah, this is the... Right, so I guess Nutrifungus and Timber Cap are the only things that allow me to produce the resources I need. Oh yeah, Bliss Caps as well. Ignores levels of growth. Sunlight won't destroy it. It will still rest during the night period. Give me Nutrifungus or give me death. Plant the fungus. Nope, it dies instantly. Dying because exposed to light. How about before... Oh yeah, I forgot this is a machine, so I can't make the machine do my bidding. Unfortunate! Wise men once said, I could go for a double bacon burger with cheese with cold soda with no ice. Ah, yes. I believe they did a similar thing in Pulp Fiction. Right, so this is just gonna continuously die. Fungus. Beautiful fungus. I love the fact that they actually move the slate chunk. I love it. Everybody's asleep. This is going to be a very I'm going to be milking Rimworld content for years at this rate. Oh boy. There's probably something to do to optimize everything. Probably get rid of my 50 million texture mods, because that's probably assaulting the RAM at the very least. I don't know. Computers work somehow, probably. There we go. Okay, there we go. So that was the major problem. The floodlight was causing them to perish. Can the robot gain muscle? Probably not. I don't think it can do recreation. Basic tasks. Hauling, plant cutting, growing, firefighting, and doctoring. I don't know what these two are, but yeah, I don't think this thing needs recreation. Machine creature, you only plant mushrooms. You do not need lift. Where's the... Huh. This doesn't have a hide zone button. That's fun. Right. Oh, Bonnie. How delightful. Clyde mentioned something about Myers while passing Bonnie. Something, the aliens is coming for us. Right, well, bathrooms are sort of created. Why? Oh, we're missing wood. We need wood. I'm assuming based on the fact that the willow gill was taken out. Mentioned something about sports. We need wood. We're missing wood. We're missing resources, to be frank. So, instead of it being a wooden well, it's now going to be a steel well. All's well that ends in steel. Guess I should have been more careful with using my resources. There we are. Now you're gonna get steel equivalents for all the things. And light bulbs. An identical blueprint already exists here. Ah. The beauty. The beauty of it all. Hell yeah, Bonnie gained that mass. Oh yeah, I need to give these guys, right. Oh. I can just send you to pilot, that's sick. Right. Wait. Oh, I had dev mode on this entire time. Oops. Oh well. Not like I did anything with it. You all saw I'm recording this as we speak. So, what was I doing? I forget. I was... check... There it is. There's the button I need. Oh yeah, there is this modder who's making what is essentially a expanded medieval mod called Tasty Medieval. They did a lot of European and Mongolian and Shengoku Japan as well. Neat! There's mods being developed all the time, and considering the game came out in 2013, that is an incredible thing that I hope Tynan is very proud of, and has written in all the books he's done. Body fat... none? I'm gonna... enable edit mode? Disable edit mode. I don't know what that is, but I'm not touching it. As a pawn works out or do labor, the areas used to will accumulate fatigue. Exercise will use fatigue areas less effective. Neat. Neat. And what about you? You're doing so... Oh, wow, you have a lot of muscle mass, my guy. Get that muscle mass. Hell yeah, look at him lift. And then causing trash. Oh, is this full? Yep, it's full. Alright. Oh yeah, I'm running out of battery power. Oh, that... Oh. I was like, what were these for? And then I remember there used to be solar panels there. So I don't have any generation for my power. What are my cleaners currently doing? Oh, let me guess. Yep, I guessed correctly. This is my home and this is my house. Please clean it, or I will tell your spouse. Here we are. Beautiful. Oh, what's this? Ortiz engaged Hammer in a conversation about internal values. They quickly found common ground, making the conversation feel easy and natural. Is that just something that you can do and casually strike up conversation with people? Hey, what are your core values? Guess it's not as far-fetched as I'm making it out to be. Oh, I can make a Dragoon Tomahawk. The question is, do I have the resources to do that? Probably not, because I haven't fought any Dead Man Switch enemies. Maybe I kicked off discussion on self-expression. Limestone boulder. A medium-sized chunk of rock. Carving mine into smaller chunks with a chance of occasional ores. Oh, so they're basically like pseudo-loot boxes. I mean, I guess they're just full loot boxes. Can I... What's the point of harvesting this? I'm gonna harvest this and find out. Harvesting materials. What is this? Timber shroom. Yes, I need these. So these are the trees. Give me trees. Chop wood. There's not a lot of wood, but, you know, any port in the storm. I need some semblance of wood at the very least. These things are actually growing quite quickly, I think. Ah. In darkness, be surrounded. I need more mushrooms. Is the mushroom strat today? Do we have even more mushrooms? Fishing, psychoid, vanilla expanded, longbow, crossbow, waste disposal, artisan furniture, modern furniture, industrial generators. Heavy bridge. Tylon, I'ma call him Ludion, because that's his studio name. He seems to write more books and randomly focus on Rimworld, but he sure knows how to make updates to satisfy the Rimworld community. Wood is such an essential material. Without it, how can you build a home? It'd be very fun to see what a lodge built out of mushrooms looks like, but unfortunately the game's graphics do not allow for variety. Wood is just wood, according to this game. And I take offense to that. Resources, we have them. We have them, we love them. Ah, there we go, there's the cleaning. Right, so many people are currently not doing anything, so let's give them things to do. An idle pawn is a shameful pawn. The hell is that? Monitor lizard. Large venomous lizard. They separate toxins from venom glands in their lower jaw to neutralize their prey. I was just gonna say I feel like I've run out of food, but I haven't run out of food yet. But soon I will run out of food, and that's bad. Put that over there. Do my bidding, I command it. Oh, this thing is out of power? How? It's connected to the grid. Oh, right, I've run out of power. Sick! Forgot there isn't a mod that allows you to make flesh walls and make your base out of flesh. I feel like that's a concept. Well, I mean, there are flesh walls in this game, but being able to make your own flesh walls, I don't know how to do that. With my current limited knowledge of Anomaly, but it is an Anomaly thing. Right. Ugh. I have a power generation problem. Let's try to fix that, shall we? The problem is my only means of power generation comes in the form of chem fuel generators, which are severely lacking. Hey, look. Oh, when did I get these? Did these make those? Is this working on its own? I hope so. I hope this is doing what I want to do. Nutrient paste dispenser. Machine that synthesizes... But not... Accepts raw food, but not rough plant matter like hay. Are you doing your job? I hope you're doing your job. This house is 100% organic. It's made out of... you! So... Oh, that's why. Okay, there we go. Needed to fix that. How does this thing work? It consumes less ingredients, but nobody likes nutrient paste, except raw food. Nobody is... See, you can tell that this is one of the older things, because nobody liking nutrient paste is objectively wrong. If you can get the religion to do it, you can do it. Yeah, here comes the power problems. I need to figure that out fast. Ah. This is new music, but I can't tell if it's modded or if it's Odyssey. Either or sounds good. Either way, I mean. What are your needs? What are your desires? Slept in the cold. That is unfortunate. Undignified bedroom. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You have permits. You have lots and lots of pretty permits. You have 10 oh my. It's funny how the hygiene mod hasn't made the waste your pawns make into fertilizer. To make into fertile soil. I don't know if it directly interacts with it, but there is a mod for that. Combat supply drop. Food supply drop. Hell yeah. Right, you're gonna be the combat focus. Squad support. Squad of soldiers to aid you in battle. Oh, this music is beautiful. I feel like this is too high effort for it to be mod music, but that's discrediting modders, because modders can make beautiful things as well. Either way, music is beautiful. Listen to the beautiful tones. Rimworld is one of those games that just leaves me speechless. Oh, you can just get a component drop, huh? Call a drop for stamp components in a wetwave computer. Yes. Yes, please. Give that unto me. Worker whose life is yours to command from here on out. As someone who grew up on the countryside and harvested chilies, potatoes, and onions before, I can say farming feels rewarding from time to time, but with a high dose of back pain. Ain't that the truth? Not gonna use any of these, but hey. Call transport shuttle. Yes. Yes. Oh, I need to be brigadier. Ugh, okay. Good enough. All the permits are mine. Free components, please. Right, later. Later we will get the free components. Can you tell... Wait, hold on. Can you tell that I've played this game a bit? What's my earliest save? 1.3, huh? I guess that's when I reinstalled my computer last. 2021! Well. Good glibbity globbity. Oh, lordy, okay. Today's the day where I'll get 12 million Discord pings in one day. Oh, fun. Oh yeah, are you gonna have the pets in your colony to boost morale, or no pets and instead drugs? Lots of recreational drugs? Probably gonna do the drug route, considering there's literal mushrooms growing everywhere, so... Drugs. Hello, Mr. Game. Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, lift that boulder. Prison? Prison Architect, do you mean? This is Rimworld, which is a different game. And it sounds fabulous, in my opinion. Alright, I need to deconstruct all of these and then reconstruct them into storage that I like. Personal storage box that only its owner can access, usually... Unless you actually break into it. Oh. Howdy indeed. You're gonna get more steel pallets. More pallets! Wait, what? An iron carbon metal alloy used for building a huge variety of structures, weapons, and machines. I needs me some boxes up in here. Grant me some boxes, please. Deconstruct for me and produce for me boxes. Hell yeah, look at that lift. That is a beautiful mod. Alright, I keep getting distracted and keep forgetting that I have a power outage problem. I was in a Pokemon tournament once. I managed to beat somebody, which was amazing. I didn't think I could, but I did. Ah, thank you, Fox. Beautiful. Right, well, instead of relying on the power of sun, let us rely on the power of air. Who doesn't love more storage? I love my resources to be organized into different boxes. Reminds me of the good old days. Used to play in Minecraft with 7 Days to Die. Yes! I also enjoyed a hefty set of storage containers and chests and so on. Thank you for the hydrate, Oscal. It shall be done. In the fullness of time. As soon as I pour in the beautiful water. There it is. Isn't it beautiful? Hydration has been done in your name, Oscar. Right. I have... Yep, this is going to be the wind part, so... Put wind here, please. And power the wind with... these things. And then after the wind has been powered, cut all of these plants. I demand it. Cut it all down. Kill it all. Everything needs to go. Cut all the plants. Everything must perish. Who's that Pokemon? It's Pikachu. It's Vaporeon. I don't know. Pokemon names. Oh yeah, I actually did manage to find a favorite Pokemon. It's the Emperor Penguin one. I forgot what his name is, but that one. In every known universe out there, coffee and tea will always exist no matter what. Let's embrace the power of beans and leaf on hot water. Yes! That is a valid strategy that I could employ. Empoleon, that one. Thank you, Oscar. Emperor Penguin. He looks cool. That's about it. I ain't ever watched Pokemon. I've only played Pokemon because they literally asked me to by inviting me to a Pokemon tournament. And I actually even managed to win a game before I got thrashed. It was like a gimmick Pokemon tournament where we were given random Pokemon. And if we managed to win with what we were given, we could advance. Good times. Good times. Piblap? That is a combination of letters that I do not comprehend. Anyway, we have another Twitch mandatory commercial break, I'm afraid, so we'll be right back after these mandatory messages, which will hopefully be gone by the end of this month. Ha! And we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Fantastic go of it. Right. This thing. I was wondering what was doing the beeping and the booping. Now this is doing the beeping and the booping, but... Oh, there's the audio. Beautiful. Build for me! Produce! Produce at 10 FPS! Produce! Create for me! In the Mushroom Lands. Beautiful. Now slumber on the ground with which you stood. There we go. We have power generation of some kind. Now we just need to find out where to put more of those. This needs a bridge. Support's heavy. Great. Well, I guess that's the first thing I need to make. Research. Aha. Heavy bridge. Yes, please. Alright, I deleted those because I need boxes. And that's why I needed the wood, because the boxes are expensive and need a lot of wood. Boxes. Get a load of these boxes. I got boxes. Right. some reason I got all these shelves in this hallway. I guess the hallway would be a decent place for storage, but... No, you can reinstall that. That's very nice quality of life. Oh, good. We are generating power. Hell yeah! We are powered by mushrooms. Only in Medieval Expanded you can make bread. Bread is life in many Western countries. Bread is turned into a religion. I mean, bread was essentially humanity's first food cheat sheet. Where you could take grain and turn it into enough food to feed a village. And then we learned over the course of our dependence on bread that bread isn't that great, actually. And it is essentially the nutrient paste of the modern era. Okay, so the nutrient paste is working. Good, good, good. It's all going according to Keikaku. Oh no, the silo cap expires. You guys need to get high before you get dry. Right. I used to have, like, in my Bellacore run, I basically made a genetic race that was very, very aggressive, but also very, very horny. And because they were very, very horny, they were copulating constantly, and they had constant green bars all around. Which was great for a time. I just realized, can this guy... Okay, no, he can't. But it would have been a fun experiment if he could. I was thinking if he could equip the big shotgun. Right. The power problem is still a power problem. Oh yeah, I need to create a simple research bench. It shall be the first in a long, long line of beauty and power. Cloth couches. Delightful. I need to start making new buildings. And first on the docket is getting rid of this. And deconstructing all of these. Yes, excellent. I'll probably need to move the Okhotnik. I don't know what that means. Ancient design of a remote-controlled turret widely used on armored vehicles and mech armor platforms. Does that imply that this thing needs to be manned by a person? No, it doesn't. It's an automatic thing. Cool. Very huge range. Eventually this will become an indoor area, and by eventually I mean right now. There's a reason why I did all these things. Deconstruct. The only fences I respect are these ones because they're chain link. These look gross. I shall dispose of them immediately. Some xenotype mods are crazy, like Ratkin with biotech makes it worth a Ratkin. Oh, wait, so is Ratkin like one of those species that has a dominant gene, which means that they can only produce more of themselves, but if they get pregged by another species, they can produce like 6 or 7 offspring like rats? That is... I have enough trouble with just singular digits of babies. That sounds insane to me. No. Good, the wind is picking up, and the boom shrooms are exploding. Can you... Oh yeah, I forgot I can't control you. I can only be gracious that you're doing all of the hard labor on my behalf. You know what, running colonies at 1 speed isn't too bad. It gives me a lot of time to contemplate and generate existential dread. And I have so many workers that they're all just doing things while I yap. Oh, this is actually working out quite well. I can yap about a random topic, and by the time... It's like sparking conversation while waiting for the microwave to be done. Right. Also, a very good quality of life thing they did to this game is that they added... Hold on, my brain is processing. They added... plans! And by plans, I mean the plans were there from day one, but they added different colored plans. And different removal points. Before a plan you add it and then you can remove it. But now you have more options, which is always good. More is better. Right. make for me. Oh no! I need a bridge here, so I guess my expansion plans are gonna... Oh yeah! I had these expansion plans for other reasons. Funniest part, every time I have kids in Rimworld, not many of them last due to drop pods, raids, accidents, or even they grow up to adults, they get instantly killed by something. I had a refugee join my colony as a teenager, and they actually grew up into adulthood, but they were so unimpactful to the events of the colony, I eventually let them join me on a raid, and they mysteriously died and couldn't get back. We lost their body out to sea, which was very unfortunate considering the base had about 10 Resurrector mech serums at the time. We couldn't save him, the poor lad. We couldn't bring him back. It was such a tragedy. It is. It is quite nice to actually have children grow up, because the amount of stats and boosts you can give a colonist that came out of nothing and grew up on your colony is absolutely insane. But that requires a lot of time and effort, and well, why not just clone them instead? Which we'll get when we get to Mega Glitter Tech Super levels, eventually. I should hope so, anyway. I'm still struggling with the concept of building a research bench somewhere. I'm gonna resolve this struggle right now. Oh yeah, the boxes. The boxes are done. Low. Right, everything except corpses. I don't like corpses in my boxes. Everything needs to go into the boxes. Oh yeah, I need to do a library book thingamadoodle blah 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 blah. All of this is pointing towards me needing a new room. But where shall I put the new room? I'm going to deconstruct all of this. Steel doors. During my Odyssey scenario, in one of the runs, I had a child who had the best stats and grew up into adult just to get killed by a mech shot in the chest that obliterated his heart. Yeah, that's the fun part about RNG, which is probably why so many people love Combat Extended, because it sort of mitigates that whole part significantly. At the very least, you have layers of protection that actually matter and have value, rather than just getting one-tapped even though you're wearing full... What's it called? Praetorian armor? I don't remember. Where is Fox? Hello, Fox. You are low power. You are low power, but I need you. Alright, I need you to not do that. There we go. Oh yeah, I was making a steel door and I got distracted by my own thoughts. There it is. A steel door. This is going to be an indoor room, except the H. Can I use my 50 million transport shuttle, aerodrone strike, artillery bombardment, combatant recruit? Components drop. Drop components, I demand you do so. Free components! Oh, right, these types of components, the sick kind. Please tell me you're gonna... Yes, thank you, I love you. Ah, speaking of love. Welcome in, Raiders, welcome to the realm of Bowenthius. I'm Bowenthius the Bone Wizard. Welcome in, free Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid, Telepathic Moose. How'd the Rune Factory continue on since I last saw you do it? I hope it went well for you. As always, if you need to raid and run, feel free to do so, but thank you for entrusting me with your community, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, Moose. It is the Moose Raid. Hello, so many beautiful familiar faces. It's almost as if the... Beautiful. Thank you for the resubscribatuni. You are once again in the Skelegion. Even if the subscription ends, you'll always have a special place in the annals of the Skelegion. Yes. Hope you enjoyed your time with the game. I'm enjoying my time with this one. So far, no tragedies have happened because I'm using a special storyteller that doesn't inflict any tragedies. I don't know how familiar you are with Rimworld, but this is basically a tragedy simulator. It's tragic. But hey, it all works. Lion kicked off a discussion with Clyde on idle time. Their discussion flowed easily, with shared views making things smooth. How delightful. Ah. This feels like such a wholesome game, but what lies on the surface is not what the whole story is. Like, for example, he's currently... I can't even tell what that is. I think that's questionable rum. He's eating my resources. Yeah, quite inebriated. He's absolutely drunk off his ass. Alcohol? Oh, he's an addict! Okay, never mind. He's an addict. He's just dealing with his addiction. Rimworld, heck yeah, have all the funsy with the tragedy simulator. It absolutely is a tragedy, but hey, we shall turn this tragedy into our amusement. But yes, take care, Moose. I'm assuming that you have other things to attend to as the day is... as the day is young and has many things yet to be done. Kicked off a discussion with Hammer on outsiders. Oh no, Hammer is a narcissist, I mean. Marginally unstable. Hydration. You gotta be doing the lurky, so into the void I go. Enjoy your time in the void and what lies beyond the void for you. Take care, and once again, thank you for entrusting your community to Bowenthius, the Bone Wizard. Where's the hydration? Ah. Hydration has been done in your name, Negasto. Look at it, it's beautiful, isn't it? Hydration. That's what I do. I love hydration. Line brought up daily routines, marking the conversation. Disagreement escalated quickly, making the conversation feel confrontational. My god, this adds so many facets and layers when I'm actually watching them actively have social exchanges and back and forths. Welcome back, Mr. Game. Ah, here we go. I will keep moving this until I am satisfied with the positioning. You mark my woof. Right, okay. I've made enough space for a new room. Move away so I may build blueprints. Can I... Yes, I can. Hell yeah. More doors. We have a very fun time in Mordor. This is gonna be a very long type deal, isn't it? There we go, and ignore... No. There we go, no roof. Excellent. That's a landing pad if ever I've seen one. I'm probably gonna... Actually, speaking of the plans... More doors, hell yeah. Speaking of the plans, I can actually mark a plan. With how I can. There we go, there's my plan. This will be a future occurrence. Which is really good that I made that, because I needed to connect this and this. There we go. I am the plan man. I make the plan. But... And there we are. The plans. Aren't the plans beautiful? How much would the mech suits get out? Aren't they like 3-4 blocks wide? Yes! They are 3-4 blocks wide, but the good news is that they're basically treated like, glorified clothes, so they can actually fit through these doors, which is very funny, but also very convenient. Blip. Yep. Hippity hoopity. Deedly dee. Being a pirate is alright for me. Do what you want, because a pirate is free. Yahar, a pirate. You're a pirate. Even when the redeem isn't active, I fall into beautiful lulls of the seven seas. But the redeem isn't so much for It's more so for the voice. It's less so for the inflection and more so for the voice. Or at least that's the way I see it. Oh, right, because... oh, no. Actually, no, I think that's fine.
Aye! That's exactly what I be talking about, me hearties. That would even be more for the beautiful voice that I do, rather than the fact that I do piratey inflections. But the piratey inflections are also there. Yar har fiddle-dee-dee. Being a pirate is alright for me. Do what you want, because a pirate is free. Yar har a pirate. Have you watched Lazy Town when you were a tiny little infant? 'Twas a very obnoxious show for me when I was a wee lad, because it had no entertainment value and was just preaching to me constantly about the merits of exercise. The spinning. Imagine if there was a Gundam mod. Would be fun to pilot a Gundam and destroy an entire faction. That is essentially what I've got these things for, because they're like Gundams but pocket-sized, like pocket Gundams. Feedle-dee-dee! 'Tis right, me bucko, me hearty, me lad. 'Tis right. 'Tis beautiful. Right. We're definitely fine on the steel reserves. I've got a horrible menace coming to me in 2.8 days. A salvager pirate. I bet he's not a real pirate. Aye, doesn't bother anybody else that I used the wrong type of wall for this wall. Well, I'm using the right type of wall now. And I'm also deconstructing these because I don't like them. I don't like them one bit. Aye, but here's my thing, and I need to put the research bench in here. Where is me research bench? Yeah, I need to be researching some beautiful important things. Researching! Do me research for me, before I strip you of your belongings and cast you off to Davy Jones's locker. Isn't there a vanilla expanded mod that essentially legally distinct space marines? Yes, it's called the pirate one. Where they got war caskets, where they build the armor around them. At least I think that's what you're talking about. It is essentially building the armor around them and encasing them in, and they're called war caskets or war tombs. 'Tis a horrifying concept, and I like this because you can get in and out of the war casket, so to speak. Yeah. You want to reposition this over here, right? Nope, that's the wrong but I can't move the positioning of these things. That's blasphemy, I tell you what. That's hell. Funnily enough, You're a Pirate, the song was banned from my school because of an unknown student spammed it. And instead of the bells, no one knows how. I did that for a month straight. The power of being an ethical hacker. See, that's where you can use your powers for good. Spend your beautiful time whisking away people with the sea shanties of our beautiful forefathers and forebears. They are idle once more, so I shall make them harvest and chop and harvest and kill. I need them to produce more hearty mushrooms for me. Produce more, look at all the beautiful purples. Beautiful harvest. Do the harvest, I demand you do more harvests. Do yonder harvest, you dang dirty fools. You're gonna get shipwrecked from stern to scupper. Right. I've got wooden lamps for some ungodly reason. We should do a pirate mod using Victorian Napoleon era mods. Take over the seas. Aye, that would be a great thing. My last playthrough, I was doing a bunch of water worship. It was lovely, I can tell you that much. I needs me lights. Where be me lights? Me hearty light bulbs. I need them. What are you doing? What the hell were you doing? Must be carried to a recharger. That's a recharger right there. Do you not use one? What about you go and recharge immediately? Alright, good, so you can use the recharger. I was wondering about that. Aye. We'll be getting booty in 2.6 days unless I press the button. Look at them exercise, look at them go. That's beautiful, I love it. What's your problem, Hammer, you damn narcissist? Smoke, oh! Oh, there, I found the great negatives of summoning a fleet. They're all hopeless addicts. Engaged body on a conversation about community. The discussion devolved into sharp words. Hey. Are there any other hats? There's so many hats. Are any of them wearing hats? There you go. This one's wearing a hat. This one's got a hat on. And this one's got a hat on. Their hats are only visible while they're drafted. For reasons. Hammer brought up collective goals with Lion in their conversation, both of them. Oh, I wasn't looking at the screen, so I didn't realize that the pirate ran out. Or are you talking about my hats? If I have any other hats. Also, by the way, if you check my description, I do have... Well, I mean, you don't have enough points for that, but technically you could also induce hats upon me. But, pirate hat's the only hat at the moment. If you're talking about my hats, yes. My hat. Can you leave the hat on? I could technically turn the hat back on and it goes for another 5 minutes. 'Tis a beautiful hat, isn't it? I can't make these guys do research, so I guess I'll have to live with that fact. Clyde! Do your magical studies held therein. What a beautiful community we have. I need to start configuring these into... What's the word I'm looking for? Concrete. The concrete mixer. And then I'll have to replace all of the building structural integrity with concrete. Iconic concrete. But first I need to get the heavy materials underway. The heavy bridges, that's it. What other hat would fit? Nordic helmet from Skyrim? See, the thing is, the hats get toggled on and off, so if I have multiple toggles at the same time, the hats will overlap, and I don't like that, so I'll have to make small hats. So I could do a comically small cowboy hat and a cowboy accent. That is something I could do, because if, for example, somebody redeems the pirate thing, the pirate hat will be above the cowboy hat, because the cowboy hat will be tiny. That would be a good way to get over the restrictions of having multiple hats on at the same time. That's why I only have one eye thing. I only have the pixel glasses, because they cover my eyes. And if you do pirate hat and pixel glasses simultaneously, the pixel glasses go over the pirate eye patch, which is essentially just a belt. This colony is going to take me several centuries. I need to build a fridge because my psychedelics are going to expire. I feel like I need to give you... Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's even cuter. Do some exercise. What about a TF2 scout hat? Would you do a Brooklyn accent? I don't know if I'd be good enough to be able to convincingly pull off a Brooklyn accent for the remainder of 5 minutes. Grass grows, sun shines, and brother, I hurt people. Nah. If you were from where I was from, you'd be frickin' dead. I just transitioned into Yankee. Oh. It's a fun idea all the same. Look, listen to that beautiful soundtrack. Again, can't tell if it's modded or vanilla, but I love it. New music. My fox is recharging. Foxy lady. Oh, that I didn't even realize I did that accidentally. Foxy lady, that's clever. Huh. I will have so much concrete on this run. It will be beautiful. Look at all these chunks just waiting to become concrete. What else do I need? Oh yes, I need to replace these with actual shelves, because these shelves are vanilla shelves and they look bad, in my opinion. What about a Russian accent using heavy Zushanka? That is something that I could do, probably. That is a good idea, because you could make a tiny Ushanka and it will look cute. And then the Russian accent starts to slowly devolve into Milton's Milton Factory.
conquer the concrete. The concrete will be conquered soon. See, I can make prototypes because of research reinvented. So now I get access to the heavy bridges early. There it is, prototype. And the thing that differentiates prototypes from the real thing is the prototypes are very prone to breaking. Did I just use up all my steel? I used up all my steel. Oh, hello. Oh, it's Val. It's Anna Val Valenina, trader. I didn't even notice. Oh, it's a visitor, okay. Who's my social? Where's my social? My social is Bonnie. Bonnie, go speak to the robot lady. You can tell it's a robot lady because she's got them gynoid curves. Even though... Xenotype mechanoid. An advanced mechanoid driven by a persona-grade intelligence. Generally, persona-level AI makes its way from ultra-tech societies to lower-tech worlds through a variety of trade agreements, military interventions, and yada 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 yada. A child vac suit. Won't be needing that. Oh yeah, this is a lot of money. I don't have any money, but I can make some. Oh, this is necessary. I need these for future-proofing, but I can only afford so many. Therefore, not gonna lie, that Russian accent sounded French. Spy has so many hats, but his face mask is the most iconic one. Actually, that is a good shout. I could potentially make a face mask, like a balaclava. We are the French. Oui, oui. There is a spy among us. Nah. I think my most confident accents that I can pull off regularly now after a year's worth of streaming is my lovely little Irish accent that I do every now and then, and that's basically an extension of the pirate accent where I just do an Irish accent but then combine it with a lower growl to make it more authentically pirate. But it's ultimately just an Irish accent because pirates can be anything. The pirate stereotype that is famous in culture was made up by a man doing an impression, and it just became a famous way to portray pirates. But pirates can basically be anything, because piracy. And then I guess I do deeper and lighter voices. Gentlemen, has anyone killed a spy on the way? I don't even know what I was doing there. I don't have any money, so should I give all my stamponents away? I kind of don't want to, but simultaneously... I mean, do I really need a reinforced barrel? I think I do, and this is a rare opportunity, because reinforced oh yeah, I can actually give away the plasteel operator helmet. Hell yeah, take a plasteel operator helmet. Excellent trade. 10 out of 10 trade. Perfect. Relations with the Oxland Mech Hive have changed from 0 to 1. I'm the negotiator. South African pirate. I really loved in Dragon Ball Z Abridged that weird cameo from the crab that crawled up on Goku's shoulder and was gonna tell him about the weakness to beating Frieza, and then Frieza ate said crab. And the reason why I say this is because the crab said something along the lines of, hey man, I be telling you the way to defeat that bumbleclot Frieza. All you've got to do is... And ever since then I've fallen in love with that accent, and it's just... The Jamaican bumbleclot accent is just absolutely beautiful. We be getting up in here, man. We be doing some beautiful things up in this bitch. Fun fact about pirates. Most were Greeks or Chinese. But there were a few British pirates that got famous, like Blackbeard, even though he didn't do much and was more of a mercenary. Blackbeard... One of the most famous things that Blackbeard did was he blocked off an entire port. Hey, man. Hey, man, you be do be chillin'. Exactly. And I absolutely love that accent. But I don't know South African to be able to emulate the voice correctly. But what was I gonna say? Oh, yes. Yeah, Blackbeard. I think Blackbeard is mostly famous because he is a Britishman And it's just a point of national pride, and Western countries are very good at propagating subtle propaganda and just maintaining the memories and stories of national figures of interest in history, let's say. So, was he the best pirate? Probably not, but he's one of the most famous ones. Because this is a lot of history to cover here, and I am not the person to cover it correctly. So, beautiful Rimworld. This is definitely a chill time. And a good time. Why did I need the heavy bridges again? Oh yeah, to be able to make use of this land. What is this? Marshy soil. 100% fertility. Look at my mushrooms! Gaze upon the beautiful mushrooms! I will love this mushroom meta. It's gonna be great. Oh yeah, actually another thing that I could add. But Gold D. Roger is more famous. I have... Did you just D's nuts me? That sounds like a D's nuts setup. If it's real, that's amazing. That is an amazing name. Gold Roger? The Jolly Roger? Chinese pirates were insane. They had massive fleets to challenge not just the Chinese dynasty, but also every boat on the sea until the Chinese dynasty bribe and a position to them. I am not familiar. The One Piece is yes. Yes, it is. And I have it, but I'm not sharing it. Oh yeah, I was waiting for those to get cleared so I could produce more shelves. Oh, I can also do weapon racks. Shelves. Shelves it is. I love shelves. I cannot live without the shelves. Shelves is good. Shelves is love. Shelves is live. And then I'll eventually replace these shelves. Wait, I just realized, why are you having smoke leaf withdrawal if the smoke leaf is right there? Are you dumb? Or are you just a smoke leaf addict that is also a teetotaler? What is your problem? What? You are a slob and a stoner. Smoke leaf culture is a part of life for Hammer. She absolutely adores smoke leaf and would rather die before giving it up. The military coefficient really gave me their best, didn't they? And by best, I mean Hammer the slob stoner. That's okay. Hey, they'll make it up to me eventually, I'm sure. This looks cool, but I value the steel more. So. Gold D. Roger, the Pirate King! Oh, wait. The man who obtained wealth, fame, and power and everything else in the world had to offer. I'm so glad that I've got a One Piece translator here for me to help me on these references, because I had no idea who that was. I know Monkey D. Luffy is the main protagonist of One Piece, but outside of that, also there's a green guy with swords in his mouth. But that's it. The British used to rule the seas until America became open and said, hey, let us make our ship strong, bigger, and have lots of guns. Indeed. History is such a fun thing, which is why I have an entire colony dedicated to recording all of it. Speaking of, I just remembered that because I have a small makeshift place, I can store all of my goods. Bookcase. Where is it? Where's the bookcase? Display shelf. Don't need a display shelf. Where's the bookcase? Furniture. Bookcase. There it is. Will have to do for now. Can I have a... Yes, I can have a small bookcase. Excellent. Delightful. Bookcases everywhere. Hell yeah. Sorry, Dad, it's my turn to rule the world, said America to the British Empire. It's so fun how history has a habit of... like, America was spawned from the British, and then they overtook the rest of the world, and now the British, who is essentially their creator, or at least the circumstances that surrounded their inception was because of the British. Oh, you've hit a wall, Bonnie. You've hit a wall. At least your recreation is being somewhat satisfied, I hope. Yeah, there it is. Recreation maxed out. I don't need no horseshoe game to max out my recreation. Hell yeah. Get all those muscles. Are you atrophying? Oh, God. Look at those glutes. Bonnie's working out all the glutes. Exercises in fatigued areas are less effective. I need more variety. I need to build the gym soon. I need to build the gym soon and fast. But my point was that now the British are taking lessons from America, and they are essentially copying them in this. I don't want to get into detail because I'm ignorant on these things, but from the onset of an ignorant person, it kind of looks like that. But anyway. Build a copy. I need 28 bridges. It shall be done. Bada bing, bada boom. Where is the bridge one? It's in floors? No, it's in structures. What? A stronger version of the basic bridge that supports heavy structures on top. You can build a whole colony on water. Huh, that's interesting. Sunglasses. See, these are the sunglasses I was talking about. Sandstone bridge. Reinforced concrete bridge. Concrete foundation. Foundations are structures that can be built on mud, quicksand, etc. Foundation allows for rapid movement across the normally slowing ground types. Once built, they can support many structures, including heavy structures. Okay, I've just been researching something I didn't even need. Good job, me. Why is there a cassowary in my research area? I'll take Rimworld sentences for 10 grand, thank you. I'm maxing out. Look at me mushroom maxing, hell yeah. Okay, so it turns out that mushroom maxing is very much a valid strategy, and these things are delicious. Excellent, I love you, mushroom biome. You supply and you provide. Delicious fungus. There is fungus among us. Right. Oh yeah. Right. In Russia, soda drink you. Old meme from the past. It makes my bones ache. If your bones ache, you can always hand them over to me. I collect bones, you see. But yes, that is one of the proto-memes. Back before memes were called memes. Remember when the word meme didn't really exist in modern terminology and slang and lingo and culture and whatever else you have? I remember. I may only be 5 years old, but I have the memories of two personalities fused into one Osteomancer. That's the lore drop for today, which has been reiterated many a times, but it bears repeating again and again and again. Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down your spine. I have no idea what I'm going to turn this into, but this is a waste of space. It looks really cool, don't get me wrong, but I need to have a balance between coolness and practicality, and this ain't it, Chief. This just ain't it. Speaking of coolness and practicality, this is a new room that I can make use of, and I have no idea for what purpose I can... What can I do with it? Do I have floors? I have floors. I will use floors to produce floors. That's too much floor. Actually, no, that's a good amount of floor. Good enough. Look at all the extra floor types. Hell yeah. Build for me, I demand it. Right, I'm getting concerned over this cassowary, so you're gonna be my first sacrifice. You, get in there. Oh, the fact that you can see the normal hands is silly. Cannot equip Dragoon Shotgun. How about you equip the Dragoon Shotgun and stop giving me lip? What? Does not compute. What? Is it because I'm not wearing a pilot suit? Okay. Sure, why not? I can't equip the mech shotgun while I'm wearing my mech suit. Scientists focus on bugs to make future superfoods, but they forgot mushrooms. Mushrooms are so versatile! I guess we're doing this the stupid way. Right. I'm gonna shoot the shit out of this cassowary now. You are going to help. Commence the slaughter! You can tell I oh, there we go. You can tell I save scum because I just saved, just in case I had to save scum, when using this to kill a cassowary. As you can see, it's dead. Right. You can put your funny suit back on. Right. Okay, now I've invented 12 new problems. I need to find where to butcher this. Hey, look, a butcher spot. There we go. And then you can pack that in there, and hopefully it will be frozen in the darkened skies of the world above. You're gonna go to the bathroom with that. You know, you can patch... you can patch the... Colin... I am at a loss for words. I'm genuinely at a loss for words. Take the damn suit off, please. You're killing me here. Thank you. Probably not the first time you've gone to the bathroom using that suit, but how about we make that the last? Ugh. Oh, Bonnie. The fact that you're 54 makes sense. Xavier made a comment about vomiting to Hammer. Casual conversation. Oh yeah, I need to figure out what to do with this. Oh, so I'm gonna... This thing isn't connected to anything else, is it? We have much to learn. Have much to do. This is gonna be a beautiful journey, and I can't wait to share it with all of you. Right, I unfortunately need to call it a day for today, but before I do, let's end with a bang! That bang is namely, I can summon this early. Bud's Solar Fleet. It's probably really empowering to pee wearing that armor. I would imagine that toilet is absolutely never going to give you any sass ever again. Right. What have we got going on? Oh, look, a dead rat. What the hell are you? Bio-coated pump shotgun. Cindy Mercado. I don't even feel like I need to waste all of my current... I'm just gonna... You know that suit I made you take off? Put it on again. Oh yeah, I forgot to set up the toilets properly. Occupancy check. Female toilets, please. Male occupancy check. Thank you. Forgot to do that to the toilets. They complain whenever somebody comes into the toilet when they're using it. Very important. To fix. I guess we don't always have to go at the speed of sound, so going 3 times faster means that this is going to be a slow and methodical ending stream. I enjoyed my time on stream. Hope to see more in the future. Goodbye, and remember to hydrate. I will. Thank you for being here, and thank you for indulging me all this time. I will be done in about approximately 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how long it takes for me to kill this guy. Let's find out together. The first mission that I witnessed. This is a 54-year-old with a very long military history, but this is the first time I'm seeing them in action. Killing people as opposed to cassowaries. Where the hell's my enemy? There you are. Time to murder you. Ah. Classic. The classic Oh, look at that. The boomaloops with very nice textures that look good. They're beautiful. They're like explosive deer. Combat music. The hell is that? A megavole. Massive burrowing rodent, bred for its size and strength. It's almost completely blind but can be surprisingly aggressive when cornered. On some low-tech worlds, these creatures are trained to dig for valuable minerals. Delightful. Time to die, Cindy! Oh, there we go. What? Oh, no. Oh yeah, I made another problem for myself, but I'm gonna... There we go! We won! Good job, everybody! I guess it took it a minute to register that. Right, Mechanoid drop. Receive a Miltor. Oh, that is actually amazing. How is this a poor reward? Oh, wait, no, it's a Miltor. Never mind, this is a poor reward. Received 3 random gene packs. Cargo pods drop 250 steel. Huh. This is actually... Huh. All of these are really good, except the Miltor thing. I'm gonna go with the steel. It's a steel! Guess it's a bio-coated shotgun. I don't care much for it. Wow, you shot out her eye. Good job, Bonnie. Oh, right, it's a mad raccoon. I forgot about that thing. And it's dead. Oh, the splendors of life. Having overpowered guns is great. A mass-producible submachine gun, which was designed to be used as a point-shooting weapon. It's inaccurate at range, but its caliber and draw speed... make it the ideal weapon for urban combat against Miltors. Actually, I guess this is a... Let's see if these actually explode and kill my people. Let's find out. Get back in here faster, please. Thank you. Right. I'm just gonna make you disembark, and then we'll be done. As soon as I stop being affiliate, I'll probably start doing longer streams. Probably, not a promise, but I imagine it would happen that way. Right. That's us done with new arrivals 58. Ah, Rimworld. I had my reservations in the middle of this playthrough, but I realize how much better it will be for my mental to be able to have a chill game where I don't have to constantly pay attention to it. And I could, whenever it provides me with reading material, I read it, and otherwise I can just chill and yap. This will be an amazing experience, I'm sure. But yes, thank you very much, everybody, for stopping by for today. Thank you for being here, Oskull. It's a pleasure as always. Now let's find out who I can raid into.
Hey, you want me to sail the 7 seas over my enemies, don't you? Every time you do this, it's beautiful and it's wonderful. Yeah. Right, we need to be checking out the Twitches and the hydrates and all the good things. Hey, let's find... Beautiful hydration. Right. There's your raid messages for those of you who are on that side of the pond and or have a subscription and or all that beautiful stuff. Thank you for the great stream. Crushed another one. Thank ya. I wouldn't be able to crush this were it not for all of your support. And thank you, specifically Killshot. As always, say hi to the missus for me. Yeah. Need to spend these points while you have them. You sure need to. I can definitely see where you're coming from in that front. Right. I originally had the idea that I wanted to expand my repertoire, so I'm going to be raiding into somebody who's also playing Rimworld. So let's find out somebody who's playing Rimworld right now. Who's playing Rimworld right now? Lots of people, actually. Right, search tags. Let's get the vtuber tag search done. Multiple. Hey, look, I'm in the vtuber tag and playing Rimworld. Ain't that wonderful? Hey, who have we got over here? Yeah, the spinning. The beautiful spinning. It's very hard to find out who to raid while spinning simultaneously, but hey, we're dealing it. We're surviving, we're wheeling and dealing. The hell is that? Rim Connect is a Twitch integration for Rimworld, allowing your viewers to directly influence your game. I had no idea that existed, but it makes sense that it would. Right. That's fun. Right. This one has 4 fans taped to our model, which is a fun little conversation opener. So let's go to that one. Never seen this person before in my life. So let's find somebody new and somebody wonderful. Right. Duh. I'm gonna do this on the other place because I feel scared of streamer bot chat. Right. Hope I spelled that. Nope, I did not spell that correctly. Hope I spelled that correctly now. There we go, there's your raid. Grab your raid messages whenever you fancy, and let's be off to Mochi Mama, who's also playing Twitch. Playing Twitch. Technically playing Twitch, but I'm talking about Rimworld. Right. Join me tomorrow for more Rimworld at the exact same time and the exact same channel. Until then, hopefully this will be me rushing into a new era of Bowenthius content. But until we get to that point, I'm signing out. Thank you for being here, and farewell. Bye.